What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Gutterball Podcast. This is episode 48. With me, Travis, Paul, and Jack. Thanks for being here, everybody.
Thank you so much for coming on, Travis, and thank you for that warm welcome here to Gutterball 48. How is everybody's weeks going? How about you, Travis?
Great.
How have things been, man?
Oh man, just been working the usual. Tonight I started watching that new McGregor.
It's literally on my
documentary.
list.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was gonna talk. I started watching it last night.
Dude, what do you? I'm liking it. I'm on episode 2.
Yeah, it's
It's cool.
I'm halfway, or I'm almost towards the end of episode 1. Before we dip into that, how's Jackson's week going?
Oh, more of the same shit, different day. You know how it is. Each day I'm closer to that cliff. Just kidding. No, I'm feeling great. I'm doing good. Nothing super hot and pressing to report. I'm just excited to put out the 50th episode of the cast. I got a little special treat for y'all. Other than that, I'm doing good. Paul, how are you doing?
Not bad. Long week of work. Fixing bugs, stuff like that. It's been boxing a lot. That's about it, really. But anyways, McGregor forever. Jackson, have you watched this? Do you know what it is?
No, I heard them talk about it on PKA, but I've not watched it. No.
Oh, they talk. Okay, so like Netflix basically did a documentary on McGregor, like from the on his whole life, but it basically starts from when they started modern filming it, from the point of when he broke his leg after fighting Poirier that second time. Because that's a career-ending injury for a majority of people. I'm interested to see how he comes back. What do you think of the documentary so far, Travis? I like it. I think it's pretty good so far.
I think it's cool too.
Yeah.
A lot of that kind of stuff we already know just for being UFC fans.
Yeah.
But it's really nice to see like a background into his life and kind of what he went through that whole period.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so hard not to like the guy, but you know what I mean?
I don't like him.
You don't like him? Okay, that's totally fair.
He's done some fucking questionable shit, so I understand why people don't like him.
He's wild, but
he's wild.
He's come from nothing to probably a billionaire.
Yeah.
If not close.
Yeah, he was a fucking plumber.
Exactly.
Yeah, they make good money.
He was on welfare.
Yeah, dude.
And then the next week he's like 60,000 Dinah.
Yeah.
For the knockout.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a fun documentary. I like it.
Yeah, it's good. I even in the first episode they gave me that when you see the context of some of the shit he's done, at least a few things I saw in the first episode, it's like, okay, yeah, maybe. Like I didn't know when he threw the chair through the window of Habib's bus was because the dude said some shit about Artem Lobov or whatever the dude's right? Yeah, or the guy on his team, or it might have been his manager. I don't know. Somebody really close to him. And so like McGregor went out back after that and grabbed the fucking chair and threw it through Habib's bus window.
I thought I heard that McGregor heard that or saw that video and then took a private jet immediately.
Yeah, he went there to the conference and just to fuck with them.
He just jetted over real fast.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, just real quick. Yeah, imagine that's fuck you money right there. I'm just gonna get on a plane.
Is.
Yeah, I'll be in there in 10.
Have you guys seen McGregor's super yacht he had custom built?
Yeah, the Lamborghini.
Oh, yeah, that thing is gross, dude. It's literally it's a boat. It's man. 11 of my apartments that can fucking go across the water. Dude.
No one could hear you scream in the sea. I think that's his main goal out there.
That's his main goal.
No, I never understood the appeal of yachts, man. That just sounds like fucking straight misery to me. Also, I don't know if this is true, but can't the fucking anyone just board your boat, the fucking Coast Guard can't just board your boat if they suspect some shit? Wouldn't they be fucking with you all the time?
Isn't it almost like policing? They gotta have probable cause to board.
Yeah, but no, I've been fishing
or search, I guess,
with people on their boat, and they'll just roll up and be like, "Yeah, we're coming on, and we're gonna check his shit out." And it's like, okay. You don't even have a choice.
You know what? I think the DNR fucking can. The DNRs have different power. They're think of a sheriff of the woods, but with I feel a few extra things, especially since, I mean, the cases I've encountered them on a boat, there's usually 2 of them, but when they're usually out and about, they're on their own. So they get some better, more privileges, I guess, but I don't know. As far as Coast Guard or shit, though, when you're out in the fucking open sea, I don't really know how that works.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's also it depends on what country owns that sea or that part of the sea, and like who's policing it. Like I feel like you go into any other country's sea, they're gonna fucking, it doesn't, even if you're okay to be there, they're gonna fucking fuck with you.
Oh yeah, they don't care. Yeah. What are you can do about it?
What do you got? Precious exports? You got spices in these barrels? What's going on here? Are there children in those crates? Yeah, they're fucking giving you the 21 questions.
Like Lord of War, you have to change your fucking ship's name on the side.
Bro, I remember, don't they like paint it right before the Coast Guard pulls up?
Yeah, changes the name.
Is that a movie
Legendary.
or a show?
Yeah, have you seen the movie?
So remember when Brittany Griner got traded for that Russian guy, that Russian arms dealer? This is that movie, but Nicolas Cage plays him.
Yeah, that arms dealer, it's based on a true story. That arms dealer, the guy that got released is who Nicolas Cage played in that movie. The Russian arm. Yeah, dude.
It's really good.
Heard of this?
Yeah, Lord of War.
Basically, I don't remember the period, but he was buying old the Cold War, like Russia and even us stocked up a bunch of shit because we were like maybe gonna go to war. He like basically became a gun dealer and would buy these old stocks from like the Soviets and shit and their old ammo and stuff and like sell them for cheap in like the Middle East and all these other war-torn countries in the more modern times after the Cold War. And, you know, obviously he got caught for it and detained and whatever for a long time. We traded him for Brittany Griner, which I think was honestly a fucking horrible trade in my opinion. Because that guy literally, he's literally known as the Merchant of Death. But Nicolas Cage plays the role pretty awesome. And in that movie, there's like a scene where they're about to get boarded by like customs agents or something, or FBI agents. I don't know, something like that. Because they know, like this agent's onto him and knows he's like transporting illegal weaponry and shit. And like as they're pulling up on the other side of the boat, the dude's like on the side of it, painting it like a different name, changing the name of the boat and everything. It was actually kind of crazy.
Which was, I always thought was a dumb scene because the dude puts black paint all over the original name and then immediately goes over it with white paint. I'm like, that's not how paint works. It doesn't dry immediately. It actually takes fucking days, bro.
Especially on the humid ocean air.
Yeah,
like it's
right.
just sticky.
I gotta watch that.
No, it's good.
Watch
here,
it.
I got a little. Speaking of movies, I got a little blast from the past here, Paul. I think you'll like this. Mom was gonna get rid of this. I'm like, what are you talking about? This is Happy Gilmore in VHS.
Hell yeah, dude.
This has probably been watched like 1,000 times, I bet, dude. This has to be the same one I would watch and everyone else did.
Do you still have the case?
No, it's just a shitty old fucking regular one. Yeah.
Is that the Movies Plus fucking when you rent it? Did you steal that?
I don't know.
When it existed on look at that address on Woodland Avenue.
Oh yeah, yeah, whatever. I just dox them. Here, go to that address.
Yeah, go to that address. Doesn't exist anymore. Dude, I remember when I was a kid going in there and I'd be like, Dad, what's behind there? And they had the fucking porn section behind the curtain. I remember one time it opened and some guy came out and I was like,
Video Vision.
Yeah, Video Vision.
I don't remember Movies Plus. Where would that have been then? 4013.
It's the 40th thing.
You know the Sammy's Pizza? Right up there by Piggly Wiggly? It was like that, it was a karate studio for a while. Right there, it was that.
Yeah, no, it's still there. That's still there.
Yeah, but that karate studio was Movies Plus.
Okay, cool.
I remember renting Twisted Metal for PlayStation 1 from there when I was really young.
I vaguely remember that now. Those good times. No, but this thing is a relic from the past. I wonder if it still works or skips. Usually these things don't unless you really pull out the film, right?
Yeah.
Usually they're pretty good.
They're reliable.
Try it. Do you have a VCR player?
I have that Lightning McQueen one. I could always throw that into CRT.
Use a fucking Lightning McQueen CRT.
I might have to do that.
HDMI cable.
Yeah, I should just have that playing in the background. Yeah, I tried the HDMI adapter. I couldn't get one to work. So
I don't know if that'll work. Right? It has to.
No, I'll just. I don't know what it is. I'll have to troubleshoot it, but it's hard.
You can get adapters. Like I have one that, I mean, this is obviously plugged right into RCA, but like if I ever want to play my GameCube or older consoles on like say a flat screen, I have an upscaler. It's like this little box. You plug it in one end and then the RCA to the other.
I got that and it just wouldn't. I couldn't get it to work, so I don't know what the problem was, but I'm not too concerned about it either way. I had the GameCube now, so maybe I'll do the GameCube thing. We'll just all have GameCubes in the background playing.
Yeah, dude. It's a GameCube podcast. It's just called GameCube Podcast. That's what we're going to change it to.
Yeah, honestly.
Rebranding's happening now. But not to get too far off topic and stuff, I'm just really interested to see how McGregor comes back from that injury, though.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't think anybody has. Like, Chris Weidman's the only one I can think of recently who snapped the fuck out of his leg, and he's not coming. I don't think he's going to come back. I think he's done. He was already kind of towards the end of his career anyways.
Yeah, he's got to fight. McGregor's got to fight this year.
Yep. Michael Chandler.
And the last fight was the leg break, right? So
yeah. And that was like over a year and a half ago. And
at least, right? That must have been
supposed to fight
2 years ago.
They haven't even announced Chandler versus McGregor yet, because the Ultimate Fighter new season comes out May 30th. So that will come out one a week, and then they'll fight. My guess is October is probably when it's gonna happen. Because apparently McGregor's still not in the USADA drug testing pool, and you have to be in it for 6 months before you can fucking fight. Okay. I don't know. Him and Dane they're gonna grease the wheels with some money, and he's gonna fight.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Does he have the metal rod in his leg or no?
I don't know if it got taken out or if it's just gonna stay in there. I think you can.
She's just got adamantium in one leg, and it's just
like,
it's cool. Whatever, bro. Who cares?
Well, if you think about it this way, like, it's where the bone, if it was still in there, it's where the bone would be. So it's like, it's still covered in flesh and whatever. Yeah. I don't think they'd leave it in and let him fight with it. It's probably like they put it in there as a placement to heal the bone. Then once it's healed, they take it out. I think it's usually.
When do you think we'll get like exoskeleton fights? Like, when's that gonna happen? That's gonna be the next step.
Like exosuits, like in the ring.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
He wouldn't be able to work. Yeah, with it wouldn't be
real steel,
like Elysium or Real Steel.
Yeah, right there. The Elysium. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. That was a good movie.
Yeah.
I saw it I think we talked about it. I saw it for the first time like 3 months ago. I was up on some streaming set, and I'm like, how have I not seen this Matt Damon movie? It was pretty good. It wasn't bad.
It's a classic.
It's good. Yeah, for sure. Speaking of things I haven't seen, Barry, Paul, came out with another season, and they're damn near done with it, and I just found out it came out. So I'm like, shit, I gotta go watch all 7 episodes they have now.
I'm lacking, bro. I don't have HBO anymore. So that's why I haven't seen it. I started season 3 and I never finished it.
Dude, that show is so good. If you haven't seen that, go check that out.
What is it? Barry? Yeah.
Yeah. With Bill Hader. It's got Henry Winkler. It's a stacked cast. What's his name? Stephen Root, the dude that plays Bill from King of the Hill. It's funny because he'll get tortured in the show, so it's just Bill screaming.
Yeah,
it's hilarious. Like, I just bust.
Yeah.
But man, like, there is no small roles in that show. Even the background characters, like the small things, are just they play their roles so well. I love that show.
Basically, the premise of the show is it's a guy that was ex-military, and he comes back home with like kind of no direction. Like, I think he was going to commit suicide at one point, and then he was just like, he was doing something. It turns out he starts doing hitman work for his uncle. His uncle's fucking Bill from King of the Hill or whatever. Starts doing hitman work because he's good at killing people, and then he realizes like, oh, I want to be an actor.
And this is all Bill Hader.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And imagine
it's
like John Wick fight scenes.
It's like John Wick fight scenes though. Like, he fucks brutal, people up. Yeah.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, it's sick.
I can't imagine Bill Hader.
I know, but he plays it very well
in a non-comedy role.
Paul, just wait. He's going nuts. Like, he's hallucinated and shit in this season right off the bat. Like, he's crazy, dude. Like, he started off as like, okay, I kind of like this dude. Now it's just like, fuck this guy, dude. He's just a piece of shit.
I'll never forget when all those military guys are geared up and they're driving toward and they just all get fucking killed, dude.
They're playing Cowboys from Hell and they just go straight towards them.
What? But yeah, so he ends up taking acting lessons because he wants to be an actor, and he's still kind of stuck in his old role of a hitman. His uncle won't leave him alone, and he's trying to just like do a whole new life and change his life around, but he just can't seem to escape it. And
Henry Winkler is his acting coach. He's really good. The Fonz.
Yeah. And some cops get pretty close to, like, finding things out. It's pretty good. I like it. You should check it out. HBO.
I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Probably won't use HBO, but
I don't pay for that. Yeah. We fucking ain't pay for them. Paying those Nazis. Hell out of here.
Whoa.
I dropped the N-word, man. Don't fucking hit me, man.
That's the N-word, Nazi.
Yeah, Nazi. Yeah. What else would it mean? I
don't know. You tell me.
Yeah, so I don't know. You tell me. I mean, what would you think? What did you guys think?
Oh boy, Jackson. Should we talk? Did we talk about the Wings and Boogie fight last cast? I think
we didn't. No, we didn't talk about the results. It didn't come out. It was that Saturday.
Okay,
so we didn't have a chance.
Travis, do you know who Wings of Redemption is and Boogie 2988? They're two like 400-pound YouTubers.
Just Google them real quick. Just look up that.
I know the second one. No.
Oh, dude, they boxed
900
last week in
pounds.
London on KSA's boxing card. The
Is that
combined.
where KSI got like a DQ or something?
I don't know if they called it a
KO?
DQ yet, but he knocked out with an elbow. He threw an elbow in boxing and
Oh, yeah,
knocked
I
the dude
saw
out.
that.
And I don't know if they
Super
called
illegal.
it.
Or did someone knock KSI out with the elbow?
No, he did it to the dude.
He did,
Yeah,
okay.
KSI did it. Yeah.
Got it. I didn't watch any of that. I had no idea what was happening.
Well, Boogie 2988 is like 50 years old and like 420 pounds and shorter, and Wings of Redemption's like 390, like 6'5". He's big and he's younger, and I called it. I was like, Wings is gonna win by knockout. Like TKO.
Boogie did. I don't think Boogie got a punch on him.
He didn't get
Boogie
he didn't throw a single punch.
Yeah.
He was just.
Did you guys watch it live?
I watched it live. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a replay. It's good.
I'll watch it.
Yeah, I expected the results. I only watched that fight of the entire thing.
That's
Promotion.
it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
all I
watched
cared
that
about.
one.
That's all I
I don't
watched.
give a
No,
fuck,
that's
yeah.
all I watched.
I don't care about these.
They
dummies
said
fighting.
like over like I don't know, like 1 million people or something, like a ton of people tuned in for that fight, and then it dropped off like after that
Yeah,
fight.
I heard that too.
So they should have been the main card, basically.
Probably.
Yeah, they should have. Yeah, no, that's all people wanted to see because it's very entertaining, and I don't know. I liked it. Like it was kind of like a freak show, like spectacle. Like look at these guys, look at these honkers. They're gonna
Combined weight of
ass.
over 900
Yeah.
pounds.
So speaking of like influencer boxing, what happened with like that Froggy Fresh thing?
He still got,
He never
got
fought.
kicked out. Idubbbz
Never fought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about this on the last pod, and I was excited.
Yeah.
And then I looked at his Twitter, and he was saying that they kicked him off because
They
he was
did.
hanging out with somebody.
So he was getting trained by Sam Hyde,
Right.
and
he's
Idubbbz hates Sam
controversial.
Hyde. Yeah, he's
Mhm.
controversial. And
yeah.
Sam Hyde does not have a good relationship with Idubbbz, and they never have. And
And Idubbbz runs it, right?
Yeah.
Promotion.
I don't think that. Yeah, Idubbbz runs that Creator Clash promotion. I don't think that was the reason why he got kicked off, but
No,
I think
it
it was
wasn't.
part of it. It was like just like a fuel to the fire kind of deal. But what I think it was well, he fucking straight up talked about subscribing to Idubbbz's wife, who hosts the event, Anissa. She like is the one coordinating a lot of it with Idubbbz. Talked about subscribing to her OnlyFans, and then got into a fight with Anissa's stepmom on Twitter and tweeted some shit things about her. And basically what it comes down to is in that contract they signed to fight, if you bad talk the employer or anything, they have right to just cut the contract. Like they can do it. Like that's just
Also, they Anissa's stepmother initiated this. She was throwing shade on him originally, so it's kind of just like him being like, "Well, fuck you," you know?
Yeah. Made him break the rules essentially because he talked back, and then
Like, he didn't have to.
He didn't have to.
No,
and then the Sam Hyde shit on top
He's
of that.
not completely innocent.
Yeah. Well, he's not completely innocent. And the Sam Hyde shit on top of that didn't make it look good, but like people need to get over it. Sam Hyde's made a resurgence now. Like he's back whether people like it or not. I mean, but with that being said though, like Froggy, yes, he just took it. He shouldn't have done that. He should have never said that shit. Like I don't know why you would. But also too, there was some other shady shit after that Idubbbz and Anissa were trying to do. So they give each fighter, even though it's all for charity, the promotion gives each fighter like $20,000 to $50,000 or something for training, like meals, whatever, to get trained, pay a trainer for the fight. And they wanted that money back after Froggy had spent it on training, because it was literally like weeks leading up to the event this happened.
Yeah, that's right.
So it wasn't like months before. So he had spent all that money, and they threatened legal action at one point if he wouldn't give the money back. And I guess that all kind of fizzled out, because it's like, well, what legal action do you really have? I mean, you cut.
Is there a contract for that?
Yeah, it's like you should have known cutting him. You're just throwing, at 50 grand's gone, like, or whatever it was,
Damn, that's a lot of money.
Well, and they're like, well,
that.
he's taking money from charity, and then I don't know what Harley said something in the likes of, why doesn't everyone just do it for free and donate the 20 grand to charity? How about that? And he's like, nope, not going to do it. Then he should keep his money,
Yeah.
leave it alone. No, like on that card though, Harley fought too of fucking epic mealtime. He got his ass beat.
Yeah, he actually
he
fought. He
that.
fought a professional wrestler, bro.
Isn't
He
he
did.
kind
Yeah,
of a big
he
guy?
should've done that.
He's
He is
big.
a big guy, but he can't fight a professional wrestler that
Dude's
does it 20
juiced, too.
all day.
The guy
every
who's
day,
fighting was
huge.
juiced up. Okay.
Yeah, there's no WADA for this.
Yeah.
He got knocked out of the ring, but
Can you
what?
imagine?
he got back up and came back in. So
yeah, dude, he got hit so hard he fell out of the ring, and he got back up and went back in to fight him.
I don't know why I didn't even watch this. This stuff happens, I just forget about it.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. Like,
whatever.
you're always welcome to just like pop in Discord. I'll be streaming them and stuff.
I know
like,
the reason I wasn't is because I didn't have a mic because Caleb took it away from me.
Yeah. You could be a silent spectator.
I'll just sit there and be like,
yeah,
I like that.
but yeah, the boogie and Wings fight ended how I thought it would. But the reason why I brought that up was transitioning into PKA, because now everybody's hating Kyle.
Yeah,
You've heard about this, so you know about the PKA podcast, right?
me?
Yeah. So you know how Wings of Redemption, I know you said you knew about Boogie 2988, right? Is that the one you said you knew? So Wings of Redemption used to be one of the founder people of PKA. He was one of the original hosts with Kyle and Woody before Taylor.
When?
Like
that?
Years ago.
Like a long time.
Time
early,
ago.
like what, 2008?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, around there.
I don't remember him.
Okay,
I think
but
it's prime. Like this was prime Wings too. Like people like very popular.
Yeah, and then now what happened to Wings is he left the show, and around that period, really the only reason why he was getting Twitch viewers or YouTube viewers is because people like to make fun of him. Like he rages really bad. Like he's an interesting character. He lives in a trailer park. He would never leave home, which is why a lot of people thought that Wings and Boogie fight would never happen. For Wings to, if he can't even leave his own hometown, for him to fly all the way to London to take his shirt off and throw fists with another guy.
It was in London.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and so, but now that all being said, this was kind of Wings' redemption. Like the Wings up, it literally kind of was. Like
it was.
He won this fight. He gained praise for it. He didn't really shit talk anybody. But Kyle, on the other hand, was shit talking Wings the whole time leading up to the fight, basically saying like he's not going to go. I know him. He'll never even leave his hometown. He proved everybody wrong. He went and he did it and he got the win. So really, it puts a feather in fucking Wings' cap over Kyle, and everybody is shitting on Kyle on Reddit and social media. And now he's like the new one that they hate. Because before it was just Wings and
before it was Woody, all right?
Yeah.
Everyone hated fucking Woody. No one. Taylor's mutual. I like Taylor.
Why? What did he do?
Woody's just a fucking boomer. Like he's just
okay. Imagine Travis. Like you start talking, just start talking for a second. Start talking.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Woody.
Shut up! I want to talk. About
yeah,
he'll do that. He'll do that type of shit. It's like what the fuck, you know?
Dude, have you seen it when he melts down?
Yeah, so
he's
funny.
like, why can't I talk for a fucking second? He's like, it's like on my show. He'll get like really mad.
Yeah, he will.
Because like people
guy has been making videos forever.
He has. Yeah. I mean, he's got that Minecraft money, bro. He's got that. He had like a Woody's Craft, which was like one of the biggest Minecraft servers in the heyday of starting Minecraft servers. He said it only cost him like $900 a month to run that thing, and he was raking in like thousands from just kids playing on it and everything.
Donations.
Yeah, and
items.
I like him a little more now. I didn't like him in the past, but this Kyle hate though, a lot of it also stems from the fact that Kyle, all he does is smoke weed, fuck Tinder bitches, and does the podcast. And people that watch the cast hate that because they can't have that, and they know they can't.
Yeah,
dude, everyone hates on him for not doing anything. It's like, bro, he's got millions in the bank. Wouldn't you just want to do that for like 5-10 years?
Yeah,
just not do anything. I mean, respect to him, but I think a lot of the hate too is people generally want to see him make content. But I'm like, what do you think he's gonna make if it's not gun videos?
Yeah,
what is he gonna do?
Yeah, he talked about getting into bows and doing, because he can
own bows.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Felon.
Okay.
Or like I think you can legally own a cannon if you're a felon because it's not considered a firearm. So he talked about getting like old World War, like I don't know, some old ass cannons and shit. I will say this, supposedly, and I don't know if this is true, he's still just raking. I mean, FPS Russia is still up. He's just raking in
still monetized.
views. Yeah, and get this, he doesn't know the password to it. It's still got the banking info.
That was a joke.
No, bro. It's still got the banking info, and I think everything's set up, and he's getting the money, but he doesn't know the password, and YouTube won't give it back. Like, they won't let him appeal it.
You can't really do. I figure like that status, you could just roll up to YouTube headquarters and be like, it's me. sign me in, you know?
Yeah.
Like, why can't you do that?
What's
What
the
asshole?
password? Yeah, I know.
It's not like I'm raking in 40 grand a fucking month here, you
Yeah.
assholes.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
there are some reasons to hate Kyle. There are some, I mean, I like Kyle, but there are some,
like
he
him.
does say some suspect shit, and there are some times where he's literally just like super insensitive, like kind of an asshole. But like,
Oh, he's he's in denial, but wanted to fuck Finster and trannies.
yeah, dude, I'm pretty sure
suspect
he
he
likes
does.
trannies probably, which is
I'm
all right. To each their
99%.
own. That's
It's
fine.
Whatever, man. I'm
But just
saying.
like, come out and say it, man. It's all right.
Yeah,
We're
bro.
here for you.
No one
you know?
cares. No one cares, bro.
The last video I saw that he made was the one where he had that year transformation video where he got on testosterone.
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
it got fucking massive.
And then I watched that whole hour video because I was like, how do you do that in a year? I'm like, I
More plates, more dates was his diet coach.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
That's how.
I'd love to have
And
him.
his blood coach and everything. Literally, I was just like, Kyle literally talked about it on PK a lot, but he didn't tell anybody for a whole year. That's what was cool about it. And then he's just jacked. And then basically he's like, I talked to Derek like more than 5 times a day, and I just did everything he said. What I ate, what I didn't do, what I should do. I got blood work done. He got his T levels figured out. He got testosterone. He just got fucking jacked. Now, I would totally do that if I didn't have to work. Like, that's the problem, dude.
Yeah,
like, I
would,
dude, if I didn't have to work, I would be fucking huge. And I might even be on T, because if I didn't have to work, I'm probably rich and I can afford T, you know? But I don't think I need any. I'm losing hair so fast. It's usually a sign that you have good T. So,
yeah, right.
Exactly. That's actually true.
Yeah.
No,
or it's just fucking
like,
poor genetics, but.
That's probably the genetics.
Yeah, probably.
Kyle is good shit, though. I do like PK. I think I've watched, not even gonna exaggerate, probably like 20 episodes of PK in the last week. So like I watch like 2 a day at work. So I don't know. I've just been on a fiend for them lately.
While you're stealing Prime.
Yes, while I'm stealing Prime, I do that. Yeah, for sure.
Isn't that like killing kids?
What?
I don't know about that.
Dude,
That
supposedly
is a bold
Prime
statement
is
to make.
really bad. Some kid,
it's bad for you.
someone
yeah.
went to the hospital. Like some kid went to the hospital. He drank
What?
2. Yeah, I think it's true. Prime
It's like
is
those
like
kids
not good.
Drink all the monsters. That's sick, dude. I'm not joking. I'll have groups of
I think so.
I'll have groups of small kids come up and be like, "Where's the Prime at?" And they'll be
Oh,
like, "All right,
God.
boys, to the Prime." And I'm like, "Who gives? God, jeez."
All right,
Fucking
boys, to the Prime.
But
Yeah.
it happens many times, and they'll say the same shit, and it just boggles my fucking mind. I'm just like, "What is this? What is this garbage?" I'm gonna steal all and sell it back to. Yeah, there's no problem on the shelf, but I got you if you need some. It's about $20 a bottle, though. So
it's out back.
You're poking
it's out
holes in
back.
all the bottoms of the bottles.
yeah, they're all leaking. It's nothing in there. It's just an asshole.
So one thing I'm looking forward to in the next month here is my parents are having a garage sale.
I love garage sales.
I know. And I wish I went to more. Like I just don't, but they asked me if I wanted to sell some stuff in it, and boy, do I went through everything. Like this last week after work, I've just spent like an hour just going through boxes and all this other shit. I found so much cool shit that I was like, damn, I own this, and I brought it out, such as this first generation Zune. That's
where you got that.
Sexy.
Yeah, I found it in my box. I was like, damn, dude, I still have this. It fucking works and everything. First generation Zune, thick boy, pretty dope. But on top of that, it's just like I found so much stuff I want to sell, but then there's also so much stuff that like I want to sell, but it's like I'll need it at a future time. Like I have all these tools from when I used to work on cars, but now I have no garage to work on cars.
Sure.
And it's
Yeah,
like
keep that.
but it's just so hefty, but I am going to keep it. The only thing I'm going to sell is my ball joint tool, because I don't think I'll ever need that again. Maybe.
Until you need it.
Yeah. To pop out a ball
I regret
joint.
getting rid of any of my tools. Just keep all the tools.
I have like
Eventually
an
you'll need it.
actual like $200 set to like pop ball joints out of control arms.
Save that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Save
keep that.
everything.
Yeah.
Eventually you'll be in a different place, bigger garage.
Yeah. That's
You'll
true.
want it.
But
And you'll have the room for it.
But I'm also like nostalgically as I go through stuff like, damn, like this used to be a hobby I really enjoyed, and airsoft was one of them. Like I have a nice airsoft gas Glock and like an M4 and
nice.
all this gear, and I'm selling it. Like I'm just getting rid of it because I don't see myself playing it. It would be a good way to get some cardio, but like I just prepping and going out and bringing all your shit there, making sure it works, going to a game. It's like an entire weekend affair, you know. It's
Oh, look at that.
One of his guns he gave me.
That used to be
It's
mine.
Sick.
Should take the
Should
orange
we,
tip off.
Shoot her a little bit.
oh,
Good idea. that a bad idea?
No, I
Is it
don't
gonna
know.
fire?
What are you gonna do? Is it gonna fire?
I don't know. Probably not. We'll see.
Battery
Hold on.
charge?
I
I don't
haven't
hear
charged
anything.
it, honestly, since you used it. You used it. Wait. Oh, I think she's dead.
The thing's
Got
fucked.
nothing in her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked. It shoots when it wants to. Oh no, there it goes.
I can hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Dude, it sounds like distant gunfire.
Yeah,
It's
it
like a
does.
Congo weapon.
Dude, you get it like the audio like mutes like half of the sound.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But no, so like, you know, it's just like I've been sitting on that stuff for a couple of years. I haven't used it. It's like it's just time to get rid of it. And I know the sad part is too is I am not gonna get the money I paid for it. Like I'm just gonna put it at the garage sale and be like this price, best offer. Like I might even
You guys
just
have any hockey cards?
No, I don't have any trading cards. Got rid of all my Pokemon cards years ago. Oh wait, you know what I still have is I still have those Beavis and Butthead trading cards and those X-File trading cards. The
Oh, those are
X-Files.
sick. I have the Terminator 2 fucking trading cards, Judgment Day. Those are
That's
sick.
actually pretty cool.
You got rid of your Pokemon cards?
You know, I will always regret this. You know Alex Holmstrom?
That name is so familiar.
He's
I do know
he
the
rode.
name.
I grew up with him. He's a good friend, and I rode the bus with him. And he was into Pokemon, and I just kind of got bored of it, and I literally just gave him my collection. I gave him it all.
Well, that's all right.
But
Just
then,
giving it to a homie.
yeah, but then I found out that fucking
First edition
Blastoise EX card I had is worth like a decent chunk of change now from what or some card. It was some like holographic whatever, and I was like, fuck. But
yeah,
hopefully he still has it or he got his money worth for it. You know, I gave it
that's
to a
why you
homie
don't
though.
get rid of your stuff.
I know, bro. I know, but I gotta sell stuff. I gotta
That's true.
downsize a little bit. It's just time to. I'm getting into boxing, which is a new hobby. So I got pads and mitts and shit all over the place. I'm gonna have headgear here soon and all types of stuff hanging around. So it's time to get rid of the airsoft stuff. And I'm also selling my skateboard. I don't plan on stepping on a skateboard anymore. I think I'm done.
Yeah,
Me
that's
either.
pretty fair. That's what's good. There's nothing wrong with just moving on different hobbies.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And now I got
I
this
started
fucking
playing
thing.
hockey. What is that? Oh, that's right. I
scooter,
forgot about
yeah.
that. How is
This
that
the
thing?
scooter? It fucking rips, dude. It's fun.
I just rode an e-bike for the first time, and it made me think of that, and I'm like, man, I gotta get something. I used to have a booster board, you know, Casey Neistat style.
You let me ride that one time.
Oh, that's right.
I ran into you somewhere. Was it like Homecroft or something? I don't know. You were
Lake?
with I think you were with Craig Meyer, and maybe it
Craig.
was in Woodland.
Sure,
And
or
you're like,
Al.
bro, yeah, you're like, check this out. Dude, Al didn't like me for a long time, but then he was like,
Why?
okay, this kid's cool. Well, I think it's because I rode his bus and I was younger. And the thing is, I always hung out with people older than me, and him and Tucker were just kind of pricks to me. But then, like,
they are.
yeah, together they're
there, brother.
yeah, together they were a wild bunch, and they were pretty much bullies. But then, like, as I got older and I ran into Al outside of high school, he was cool with me. I mean, he didn't really give a shit.
Al
Yeah.
will be at my house tomorrow.
Well, tell him I said hey.
I will.
Tell him
We're
to come on the
working out.
podcast. We'll have you both
Dude,
on.
I will, dude. He's living in California.
I know.
Doing
Is he
crazy
doing
stuff
music
and
shit or what's he on
music
now?
stuff. He's doing some coding stuff, like learning
Good
how
for
to
him.
code. He's got an internship doing some sort of product development, I think, some sort of coding stuff. So
Sweet.
yeah, they're good.
Good for him. Yeah, tell him I said hey, and yeah, tell him to check out the
Will.
cast. And
I
I'd love
did.
to
He
have him
watched
on.
it. He said he loved it.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah.
Good
Sweet,
stuff.
man. Yeah.
Appreciate that.
No, it's just old friends and just old people who went to school with. Like you ever just have those thoughts where it's like, remember that person? It's just like, holy
all the
shit.
time.
It's crazy. Like, fuck, we're like
I,
in our like mid-20s now. It's kind of nuts.
I had that.
Yeah.
I had that hit because I've been out of high school about 2 years now. I had that hit when I went to the bars with my coworkers the other night, and I saw so many people from high school. It was like disturbing. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And half of them I didn't know, and the other half I know hated me because I had friends that would like fuck with these guys. So this one kid there, I think you can say his name, but he's not like me. I know he doesn't. But just like going out, like I normally never do that. And I want to bring this up on the podcast. Just like dealing with social anxiety and shit like that, and like putting yourself in positions of like growth. You know, I didn't want to go because like again, my social anxiety is popping up. But after I went, I realized how easy it was, and I can do it again. You know, get a lot of controversy for Jordan Peterson, and I don't really like what he's saying recently. But he has that one thing he says where he says if you're socially anxious, don't focus on the group, focus on individual people and read their face. And I use that like daily, and that shit is just the best advice I've ever had in my life. Like, I don't agree with some of the shit Jordan's been saying lately, but man, it's great advice.
He's kind of going off the deep end a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
He's adopted the conservative culture a little too much.
Yeah, well, he went on the Daily Wire. That's the problem. He's like, go to church. Don't believe it. Doesn't matter. Go to church. I'm like, what? Like, why? Like, he's like, get involved in your community. I'm like, yeah, but not that way, bro. Like, what? But no, it's just like running into people from high school. It's just like weird. You really just realize how much a shit doesn't matter, and like I really don't care about any of them. A majority of them, you're just like, yeah, whatever. But
for sure,
still a good time.
Yeah. But yeah, so just like I'm looking forward to the garage sale. Hopefully, get rid of some shit. Like, you know what I realized, bro? I have a cable hoarding problem. Like,
too many cables.
Just cable, like HDMI cables, VGA cables, any fucking computer cable you can think of. I just have boxes of them. So I'm literally just gonna be like $1 a piece. I have so many fucking cables, like audio cables, MIDI cables, XLR cables. Just so much stuff I've collected over the years where it's like I've just basically I told my rules I'm gonna keep 2 of each. So I have 1 and then a backup in case I need it. So I'm keeping like 2 HDMIs and selling the other like fucking 15 I have for no reason. Like,
okay.
But I just need to downsize all that shit. There's just too much stuff.
I might do the Price Have you guys seen the Price Master garage sale?
No, what the hell's that?
So it's a video that was posted on YouTube in like 2010, and it just now got popular. But this guy, he has a garage sale. It's called the Price Master, and he'll stand up there wearing this dress, like weird dress and mask, and he'll just go like this. But he's got a booming voice, and they'll be like, "How much is this?" He'll be like, $500,000, and he'll just yell as loud as possible. And it's just a garage sale. He's just a dick, though, but it's so funny.
Is it his garage sale?
Yeah, look it up. It's and then he plays this weird Chinese music the whole time, and it's just so loud. And it's like, what is going on? I want to do that at the garage sale. I think I might implement that somehow.
Jack, I think what else we should implement? I sent Jackson a video today on Instagram where a guy walks up to a lady in like a store, and he's like, "Would you like $20, or would you like to spin this wheel and you could possibly win $100?" And she spins it. And it's like motorized, so it never stops spinning, dude. It like increases speed after she pulls it. And I thought that, like, man, at the garage sale, it'd be so funny to walk up to somebody and be like, "Do you want this item for, you know, this much money, or you can get it free by possibly spinning this wheel?" And the wheel just constantly goes. I think that's so.
How are we gonna get a wheel that does that? And we should do the Nardwar freeze. We're just like, and the wheel spinning. And
yeah. It is the whole time.
Well, we got to figure out. We got to get a Raspberry Pi and build this, or just get a ceiling fan component.
There's got to be something. There's got to be something you can buy.
You can literally just pull the components out of a box fan and attach it to the fucking back of the wheel and just like call it good.
That would work too.
Yeah. I want to do the sketch where I run up in a ski mask and just steal a bunch of shit.
Yeah, that's a good sketch idea. So we were talking about not telling my parents about this sketch, but Jackson's gonna borrow a buddy's car, pull up screeching, get out in a ski mask, and take like his Xbox and shit he has for sale at the garage. He'll be like, "This is my shit," and then he's gonna like kick a table over, put it in a duffel bag, and get back in his car and just fucking peel out as fast as he can.
You should have a buddy do it, so then they don't recognize you.
Yeah, you know, that's not a bad idea. I bet James would be down to do it. Just runs up. I mean, I don't know how well they'll recognize me in full black and a ski mask, but they probably will, honestly. Yeah. So I think it's not a bad idea. Oh, I mean,
you're their son, so yeah, probably.
I thought about this. I've been planning this, and if I do it, I'm going all out. I'm gonna get a table. I'm gonna buy a bunch of shitty like cups and bowls, glass bowls, and I'm gonna put them on that table. I'm like, "James, flip that one. They're all shit. Just flip that one. Fuck your garage sale." And he just flows.
He flips the wrong one and destroys like a bunch of mom and dad
so
shit.
Bad.
Oh god.
It's gonna be funny though. I'm like on the fence if I'm gonna do it or not, but in execution, I feel like I could get shot, but we'll see.
I mean,
I think it'll be all right.
That guy, the Price Master thing, I could do. I got a portable speaker,
and he has a voice changer. Paul, look that up when you guys are done with the cat. It's like literally a 2010 video. It just got popular, and it's fucking awesome. Price Master.
I'll have to check that out. So Travis, you've been working out a lot lately. What's new with you? We haven't even gotten into it. Like,
since the last pod, I had wrist surgery. I don't remember.
Oh shit! How did that
Yeah,
go?
how'd that
I
go?
think you talked about it. Ooh,
It hurts.
because it was a carpal tunnel, right?
It was I had like a cyst that was growing in there, and it was hurting my wrist really bad, where I couldn't even like move it. Had wrist surgery, got that removed. Rehab was meh. Took like forever. I really wanted to get back in the gym pretty fast. So
So is
kinda
your other arm just really big?
Yeah.
no.
You're like,
Obviously, man.
yeah, dude. It's just like, yeah, look at the difference. One's
Yeah,
just
look at
fucking
my
massive.
left.
I'm curious, what did rehab entail? Did you have to do shit like this where you just spin in your wrist? Or something?
Literally is like this.
Okay, word, yeah.
Fuck.
And it still isn't good. Like this is
No, yeah. Imagine that
And then I
hurt.
go like this, and then I go like this, and then I go like this.
Damn, bro.
That's it.
Can you
So
type
annoying.
fine?
Well, yeah, I can type fine, I can play hockey fine, I can work out fine. It's
Nice.
just the range of motion really sucks too. Yeah, just been working out a lot at the home gym. Absolutely loving it. Been trying to cut some weight still.
Same.
Yep, it's tough,
So-
man.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, when you
know,
get into it,
doing
it's
macros and-
it's hard. Like
You kind of all look like you, Paul. Just
I
kidding.
Yeah,
don't
seriously,
look that
Paul.
good.
Nah, you look good.
I
You're
will-
flexing on
I
us.
will
You do, dude.
I will say this, dude. Like I think literally 30% of my week now is meal prep,
Mhm.
cooking, whatever. And then like now another 30% of my week is working out. The rest of it's
Mhm.
fucking work, sleeping, and anything else. And that's doesn't leave a
Literally.
lot of time. Like
That's-
Podcast.
I feel like Travis now. I used to stay up late. Now I go to bed at like fucking 9 or like 8 or 9,
Dude, it's
bro.
almost my bedtime, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, me too. I go to bed that
Straight
early.
up.
I love it, man. I love waking up
Right?
well rested, dude. I'm
Oh,
like,
dude, it's the best.
yeah. So if I can't get at least 8 hours, I feel like shit. That's my
Yeah.
main goal is try to get that.
I feel terrible. Anything under 8 is.
I found that
Zombie.
so when I went to therapy when I was out of high school because I just like just wasn't feeling well and I didn't have like really any direction at that point like with what I wanted to do
Mhm.
outside of high school. And one of the things that my therapist had me do was track my sleeping habits because I was your typical gamer that would fucking like stay up to like 2 or 3 a.m. and then wake up at like 7 or 8 and go to work. It was bad. Okay. It
Mhm.
was horrible. And one of the things she had me do is like track my sleep. And after tracking my sleep when I go to bed, when I wake up for literally like, I don't know, like 3 months straight, I found that between 7 and 7.5 hours is the perfect amount of sleep for me. If I sleep for 8 or more, 8 sometimes is good depending on how tired it just depends on the day. But if like I sleep over 8, bro, I'm groggy. If I'm under 7, I feel like shit. So it's just like I have to be in that sweet spot between like 7 and 8 basically.
Yep, and I always mess up my sleep schedule on the weekends too.
Oh,
It's-
I have such a bad habit
Yeah,
of
on
that, dude.
Friday, just stay up at like 11 and then just not set an alarm, and then wake up at 9 or whatever. Like I can sleep no problem 9.5 hours. I do it every weekend.
Yeah, and it's like you gotta also to in the way that like people do a cheat meal on the week or maybe even a cheat day
Exactly.
for some people, you gotta have that release because it is not
Have
like
to. It just catches up.
it's not sustainable, bro. I feel
Mhm.
like I don't know. When I treated myself to Culver's 2 weeks ago, I was like, I fucking earned this. I
Yeah.
fucking
Nice,
earned
yeah.
this
No,
Culver's.
for sure. I literally slept for like 14 hours after coming back from that concert we went to. I went to bed at like midnight and woke up at like fucking 2 p.m. I'm like, this is fine. You gotta have that one day, you know.
Yeah.
I
I
came back from
wish.
don't shake your head at me, boy.
I don't even
Just
think I
looking
can.
at
I
that.
don't even think I can sleep past 10 a.m. anymore. I'm so wired to get up early. Like I can
Yeah,
go to
doesn't
bed
work,
as late.
yeah.
Yeah, I can go to bed whenever I want, but I'm still gonna fucking probably wake up at least once at 7 and look at the clock. I might sleep into 9, but
Yeah.
That's what I do too, especially on weekends.
yeah, dude.
Just because I'm so used to getting up at 6:30 for work,
Yeah, dude.
Same.
I'll just go right back.
I've
to
been
sleep.
getting up at 6:15 every morning, and I
Nice.
make my meals, shower, go to work, and then
Do you meal prep every day, or do you meal prep for on like a Sunday and get all your food ready for the whole week?
So Saturday I'll shop, depending on how busy I am Saturday, like when the fights are, because my Saturday is basically fights and shopping, and then
Yeah.
I will sometimes cook Saturday. If not, I cook Sunday, and I meal prep only my lunches for the week because everything, all the chicken that I use for my lunches, I also use for morning and sometimes in the evenings. Like this week, I'm running low on chicken. Sometimes I gauge it a little too low. Like I'm at the end of the week, I'll just thaw some steak and I replace
Yep.
that chicken with steak because it's easy to fry up and cook and whatever.
Yep.
But yeah, so I just prep my meal prep my lunches and then all the chicken that I'd use in my meals, and then the rice is already kind of good to go. So.
Sounds like you got it down.
Yeah, I got it pretty dialed
Mhm.
in now, except for like Aldi's, for whatever reason, every week I go there to get strawberries, they get increasingly larger, so it's making really hard to like, it'll be like, you're gonna have 150 grams of strawberries, and it's fucking one that's like the size of a fucking baseball.
Jesus.
I prefer
when you get into like
smaller
a cut,
strawberries.
when you get into like a cut and like you're really dieting with that app, like for like one meal you have 10 grams of carbs, and when you weigh that out, yeah, it's like only for like the last couple weeks. The whole day is like 40 grams of carbs, right? And so for a meal, it's like 10. And you weigh out 10 grams of carbs, regardless of how you weigh it out, you just want to throw your phone against the wall.
Yeah, dude.
Especially if you weigh out the rice.
Have you
it's
seen
like
15 grams of rice? It's like fucking 25 grains. Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's like that shit.
It's not even a handful.
I've been having trouble eating my chicken breast lately. Man, like I love it when I first cook it. But then when I have to warm it up in the microwave at work, it's just like rubbery and fucking disgusting.
I got one word for you. Pull two.
Yeah.
Chicken thighs.
Chicken thighs? Is that what I should go
Boneless, skinless chicken thighs.
for? Okay. I'll try those.
So much better.
Yeah.
And
Usually
better.
Usually I'd fry it up like the chicken again and just throw it on a pan with some oil, but I can't do that at work. And that's when I mostly eat the chicken is just at work.
I use chicken breast. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't heat it up at work. I eat that rice and that chicken cold. I eat
That's
it cold.
metal.
What you gotta do, brother.
Maybe I'll
You
just
say
start
that's
doing
metal?
that. It is metal. I need a little bit of
It's
heat.
straight
in
up
that.
metal, dude.
Yeah,
Dude,
dude.
this is why I love
don't
working
know.
from home. Like I take like for granted.
When
so
I work from
much.
home, like today is when I work
Yeah.
from home. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
I can actually go cook my rice and chicken. So that's what I did. I just heat it
Nice.
up in a pan.
So satisfying.
It is.
So fortunate.
Yeah, you're very, very, very lucky. You know,
I keep forgetting how awesome it is.
lately where I work, they've been trying to push getting people to come back, like
Yeah.
in more. I mean, and they're not going to cut remote positions for like people in other states, but people that are local that just never come in, they're like, come on.
So can you like work from home 1 or 2 days a week, or how does that work?
I'm supposed to be doing 2 days a week, but lately it's been like one because I just kind of need to be on site. There's just shit I got to do.
I was gonna say because your job is kind of you kind of have to be there for some of the stuff, right?
Yeah. I mean, like I'm a systems admin, I'm kind of a jack of all trades. Like I'm the AV guy. Like whenever they want to have an event and set up microphones and speakers and mixers and shit, I have to be there. I do it. So
Yeah.
Yep. You're on call, buddy.
I'm on call. Yep. But hopefully in the next couple of years, move to Duluth. They've talked about allowing me to work entirely remote at that point, and that'd be sick.
Come back up here.
I want to come back. I want to buy a house up there is my plan when I move. So
Let's go, dude.
Yeah,
So
dude.
sick.
Yeah, it would be sick. Change the topic real quick.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but throughout the cast, I have like a Harry Potter scar
Yeah, I
right
noticed
here.
that.
Yeah. I don't know. I just
see
woke
it.
up with it. It's like a decent gash, and I don't know what
did
happened.
you do?
I don't know, bro. And I'm just racking my brain because sometimes at work, like I'll think maybe a box fell on my head, but I'm like, I didn't work yesterday. So I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? But I feel like Harry Potter now. So I don't know
You
if I have
look like
spells or anything.
Harry Potter straight up. Like I
Yeah.
played a lot of
Yeah.
Hogwarts Legacy lately. I can tell. man.
Yeah, I like
Trust
that.
me.
I might be a wizard. I might have to go check that out. You
Yeah.
know, something I was thinking about Harry Potter, which I always thought was funny, is imagine because in the show, Harry Potter's like aunt, her mom, like hate each other. Like it's always a rivalry. I think like siblings would more hate each other because imagine if your brother's a wizard and you're not. How pissed would you be?
I'd be
I'd be
pissed.
Paul. If you were a wizard, I'd be like, "Fuck you, man! I don't even want to talk to you, bro." Like,
Straight
I'm
up, I'd
not
be
a
upset,
wizard.
dude.
Yeah, I'd be very upset. Like, can't imagine the family's broken. And I'm getting on your case there, Paul, because I think about 10 casts ago, I said watch Harry Potter. So it's been 10 weeks. Have you watched it?
No.
You're letting us down. Frankly, I'm
Here's
embarrassed
the
for
deal.
you.
Here's the deal. So Destiny and I mean, like obviously she's busy too, and I've been busy with training. I've told her like I'm down to watch Harry Potter. Like let's start the first one. And she'll be like, I'm not in the mood, but she won't let me watch it without her. So it's like,
Fuck yeah.
maybe this weekend I'll carve out a couple hours on Sunday after I fucking prep my meals and just watch a Harry Potter movie.
I cannot
Well, you
believe
get in the
haven't seen
mood,
Harry
buddy.
Potter.
I also haven't seen
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
How do I hang up this Discord?
Yeah, honestly.
I've seen
I've
that.
not seen-
You want to know what's even worse? I've seen all the Hobbit parts. I haven't seen Lord of the Rings.
Watch
You
all the
actually pissed me
extended
off.
cuts. Three's 4 hours long, 12 hours. Boom, there's your day. Lord of the Rings day.
Here was my problem, and Jackson can attest to this. I grew up with we have the same parents, but my parents were different parenters at the time when I was raised, because my mom was super religious, and they were like, no magic, no ghouls and goblins, you know, like they're like, that's the devil. Mainly my mom. Yeah,
that's really good.
So, like, I wasn't allowed to watch Harry Potter when I was younger, but then my mom kind of stopped following when Jackson was a teenager, when Harry Potter was big. And then...
I wasn't allowed to watch it. In 3rd grade, my teacher was reading the book, and she's like, I'm not taking you out of class, because she knew my mom. She's like, I'm not taking you out of class to read, so everyone else can hear the book and you can't. You're just going to sit in here and listen to it. Just don't tell your mom. I'm like, cool. And I fell in love with it immediately. But I remember being at my friend's house. This was when the Deathly Hallows Part 1 came to DVD, and Part 2 wasn't out yet. And they were watching it. My friends wanted to watch it, but like his mom would not let me because she knew. And like I was just ostracized so hard that night. Everyone just hated me because they want to watch Harry Potter. I'm like, guys, it's demonic, all right? It's not demonic. It's a little demonic.
I'll never forget the shame and guilt I felt whenever anything holiday related happened in elementary school, and I would have to leave the classroom because my mom made it clear that I wasn't allowed to participate. I wasn't even allowed to fucking participate in Valentine's Day.
Not even.
Everybody else got candy. Paul's out in the hallway fucking licking floor tiles.
I didn't think she didn't let me go to school that day. It would be like they do a round robin where they'd be like,
Paul's out
what are you guys doing, or what are you gonna dress up for as Halloween? Or I'll be like, nothing, man. I ain't doing Halloween. Like, just ass crying. So sad. We did get to skip all the concerts, virtually every single one. The choir concerts, because those sucked. Clutch. So that was nice. That was very clutch.
There were some bonuses, but majority of the time it sucked.
I didn't have to say the Pledge of Allegiance.
Became best friends with the janitor hanging out in the hallway all fucking day.
The janitor with polio.
Hey, I'm helping you, sir.
Oh, remember that guy?
What guy?
The old Chinese janitor with polio. Remember him?
No. Do you remember the what the fuck? Who were those guys?
He was like literally Khan, except Chinese, or like Khan from King of the Hill. He's got like short legs. He had polio, so his legs were fucked up. So I'm not joking. His legs were like I'm not joking, bro. It's like half of his body. You don't remember this guy?
No.
It was like he's a cool guy. Don't get me wrong, but that guy was like literally Khan from King of the Hill. He had like, you got no shins. I ain't got no shins. I feel pity, man. You know, that type of shit.
God.
You don't remember that guy?
Were you at LOL when they had the really old the dude with the burly beard and a couple others that used to like fight medieval fights?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
that was
like
sick.
1 year I was there, maybe. Yeah,
there was
I think it was too violent. They canceled that shit.
Yeah, they did. Travis, their janitor at our elementary school was this big burly guy with a beard, and it turns out that he's one of those guys that like LARPs. Like he has like full chainmail. Literally, like everything he was wearing is legit except for like the sword and shield, or like or the sword is really blunted. And there was one time where they like after school or like for an event for school, they brought everybody to the gym, and him and all of like the janitor buddies that are into it had actual night fights. It was actually pretty fucking gnar.
So sounds awesome.
Yeah, I was like, dude, this is sick. Like Destiny for my birthday 2 years ago got me tickets to go see local kickboxing, wrestling, and all this stuff. They also had night fights. There's like a coalition down here. There's like a team of them. They train. Dude, one guy, they were not fucking around, bro. One guy got hit in the head so hard with the mace, the helmet bent and like cut his entire like face open right here.
Yeah.
He took the helmet off and he was just fucking pouring blood down.
So gnarly.
It was super cool. Dude, the clacking of like the chains and all the armor was so loud. Like
some Renaissance Festival stuff.
It is. It's just like you see that shit in real life, like the armor and everything and how like loud it is. It's like RPGs are bullshit with sneak skills, and you're wearing full-plated armor, and you're fucking sneaking around, not making a noise. You just think
about that noise, and just multiply that by like 6,000 men all fighting to the death
in a fucking field. Dude? In a field, people are getting gored with spears.
Can I just spectate? Can I just go back in time and spectate? I just want to float above and just watch and be like, yeah, this is fucking awesome. No, I feel like I'd throw up and not want to be there immediately.
Yeah, that'd be terrible.
Dude, people getting gutted.
Imagine showing up to Gettysburg. You're just like, this is awful,
you're actually there. You're like, man, this fucking place stinks. People are getting fucking cut up.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. No, I take it back. I would not want to do that.
I would just be an archer, the guy in the background.
Going back to school, I just thought about like the school carnivals and how like no other schools had that. Paul, remember the bouncy houses?
Did you ever have school carnivals, Travis?
No, we had like book sales, like Scholastica Book Fair.
Oh yeah, we had that too. Like our school,
that.
yeah, I remember the carnivals, Jack. Those were pretty sick. They get bouncy houses. Remember the Gladiator
Lakeview
one?
Christian Academy did.
Lakeview Christian Academy?
Yeah.
Is that where you went?
The Gladiator one was cool.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Christian boy.
elementary school, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Praise to thee, you know?
Do a lot of praying there.
Lots of Bible singing, lots of godly things. It was a little much, to be
Yeah,
honest.
that's all
So
right.
much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it turned out great, right?
Hey, look good.
So it
We'll
matters.
No
see.
problem. we'll see.
Not over yet, yeah.
No, but I
We'll see
remember-
how that goes.
I remember they had this like whole ass like Titanic sinking ship one, like a big inflatable slide.
Oh yeah.
And that thing like damn near touched the ceiling. I remember going up to the top and be able to jump it. You could touch the ceiling in the gym. And that gym was high as hell. But I always thought, even as a kid, I'm like, this is a little dark to have an inflatable of the Titanic. I mean, it said the Titanic right at the
And it
side.
was like
It's like, people
tilted, like
died.
it was
That is.
sinking.
Yeah, like holy,
That's
yeah,
a little
it's going
messed up,
down.
dude.
It's like Jesus Christ, guys, how's this okay? But,
Jackson,
yo, good times.
those carnivals got like increasingly worse, I feel. But
Oh, it was. Dude,
but the
they were so
ones in the
bad.
prime were so like they would
by
spend
fifth grade they
so
were gone.
much money on that shit.
Oh, dude,
They don't even
it
do
had
them
to be
anymore?
thousands of thousands. No, fifth grade it was gone by then. I remember they didn't have it that year and broke my heart because I'm like, what the fuck? They have like some version of it. Mary went and chaperoned like a couple years ago because you know you can go back as like a student there. And she said they didn't have any inflatables or anything like that. And way back when, they'd have like 10 inflatables, one gladiator. You get to beat the shit out of your friends with these sticks. And smack them, dude. It's like, how's that good for elementary school kids?
Back when
But
schools had more funding to which they could actually treat
More
the
funding, yeah.
students after, you know, working hard, where now it's like they're just barely hitting the bare minimum, if that, and they're talking about like cutting a Friday or something now, like every other Friday. And it's just like, bro,
40 weeks.
that shit's sad. At the very least, get the damn kids some new books. They're fucking held together by staples, piss, and fucking Elmer's glue.
Remember when we had to do like you had to do like not cardboard but like a grocery bag?
Oh,
yeah,
the
they
grocery
still
bag
did
cover.
that up until I graduated. They still told you, hey, put a paper bag around your books
Yeah.
so it doesn't get fucked. And
Yeah.
I'd get shit on because I'd never put on a book cover. I'm like, I'm not using this. I'm not putting on a fucking book cover. It's like, yeah, it's just so ghetto. Let me put a paper bag over this wait, what is it? $200 textbook. A paper bag will work, surely. Yeah.
I
it's just
remember
like-
And you don't even own the book either.
I
It's just-
remember-
No, it's like, why don't you guys put it on?
Yeah, I'd have mom and dad buy the stretchy ones, and I'd put it over,
Yep, I
and they
was
would
just
just
thinking
they
that.
fucking
Yeah.
tear like they weren't
Yeah,
even made
so
for
easy.
the
always in the
books.
corners.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. No, for sure. I got fined for at least 2 textbooks throughout the years, 100%, like $25 here and there. I my Spanish, I got to keep my old one, so I have like 3 Spanish textbooks, like year 1. So if you ever want to learn Spanish, let me know. I got the textbook. Like it's
I wanna learn
thick. It's like
Spanish.
this big.
I need it.
Yeah,
I need
that's
to.
just good.
I
It's for
need
kids
to
too.
brush up on some
Perfect.
Norwegian for when I go to Norway here.
Oh, how do you say? Can I have a beer?
I don't know.
I
I
gotta learn that one.
the
What
other
do you
the other
have?
the other I don't know any. The other day I was
Mhm.
at work and it had some downtime, and I'm like, for some reason I'm like, what's like I was telling, I think I said this on the cast. I pretty much need to know like 3 or 4 phrases. Hello, how are you? Where's the nearest bathroom? And I'd take this to eat, please. And that's about it. Like I can probably get by with that. Maybe a few other extra things in there, words, but
Beers.
I don't know, man. I'm not a big drinker.
You will be there.
Probably. It's Norway. I mean, there isn't fucking anything else to do. Everything's banned. There's no
That's
fun
what I'm
stuff.
saying.
However,
no.
there are Lucky Strike cigarettes, and I
What do
am
you
gonna
mean there's
try
no-
those because
no
those are
fun
legal
stuff?
there. I'm gonna try. Apparently, those are like Jolly Ranchers, but a cigarette.
That just sounds kind of sick.
Bring some back.
Legal
Yeah,
prostitutes.
I'll
there
get
you
to
go, Paul. Have
customs.
a fun
What's
little
this,
time.
sir? We're gonna have to
What's
check.
this, sir? Put your hands behind your back.
Excuse me, sir. I'm just gonna need to check your asshole. And she fucking snaps a fucking rubber glove on her wrist,
I-
dude.
I want to go to South America and try like the cocoa leaves, like the legit ones.
Oh yeah.
Like though that sounds gnarly, dude. Those
Cocaine.
are cocaine. No, cocaine. People ask me.
Ooh.
People ask me why my best friend blew him and himself, him and his 2 kids up. I don't know why.
What is
We're
that
just doing a
from?
Martin Cabello. Remember that guy? That's one of his bits.
Oh, really?
Yeah, cocaine. Shout out him. That guy's gnarly. Love that guy.
I'm gonna talk about. Do you guys have any recommendations for knee pain due to cardio and squats?
I do.
What do you do? Not be a bitch. Is that what you're gonna say?
No, I'm not that mean. What the hell? What do you think I am? There's like a one-legged, like you put like a 45-pound plate down and you do like a one-legged like half squat kind of thing just to kind of get your knees better order.
Yeah.
Otherwise I wear actually knee sleeves because I have an issue with my knees too. So I wear knee sleeves and lifting shoes and that helps.
I thought about getting sleeves or some type of wrap for my knees. What helps with joint pain? Like, is there a paste or a cream?
The Theragun is what I heard is good.
That could help.
People use that.
Where on your knee does it hurt?
It's literally just the joint, the hinging of it, bro.
But it's not at the front or anything, right?
It's just it's at like the top of the kneecap a little bit.
Interesting.
And is it your left or right? Like, what are you throwing?
Both, but mainly my right.
Mainly your right.
And I think it's because
so when you throw that big two,
it
hurts.
That's
right?
my power side because I'm orthodox. Yeah. So it's my big two or the fucking right hook is like a lot of power from the hips and the legs. Yeah. But I also just think it's due to squats because, I mean, mind you, when I'm boxing, throughout all the rounds on the floor, I'm probably doing about between 50 and 100 squats a day.
Good stuff, yeah.
Yeah, and that's across.
You might just have pain. Just
I know.
Yeah.
Either whether it's suitcase squats, sumo squats, fucking, I don't know. There's like 2 other versions of squats they have us do, but squats are fucking squats and they suck.
You'll have to show me all those ones. I only know like 3 or 4. I haven't heard the ones.
I don't like suitcase squats.
Explain those. Can you explain them? I'm just
yeah. So basically,
basically
you just get 2 weights here, and basically you keep your feet forward, but you squat
and
down.
How heavy? You just do that. How heavy weights?
With both your knees forward, so like there's no gap. Like you don't have a spread stance like a sumo squat or anything. When you're doing lower body, they encourage heavier weights. Now I ain't gonna lie, when I'm feeling gassed or just so tired from squats that I feel like my knees are gonna fucking give out, I'll just do like 2 10-pounders. So it's like at least I'm still getting the range. But like if I want to go heavier, I'll go like usually I'll do 15, but some days when I'm feeling real adventurous, I'll do 20s. And you're talking you're doing suitcase squats over and over. I can maybe get like fucking 15 with 20s, and then I'm like I can't. Like I got to do something.
Yeah. That's still really good.
Yeah.
No, it is really really good. I gotta get another weight. I have a 20-pound dumbbell, and I want kettlebells now. I want like 225.
Oh yeah.
That'd be really good.
I want a kettlebell.
There's a lot more you could do on those, and all the workouts I do, I could still do on the kettlebell. You know,
I want the Joe Rogan ones that have the gorilla on it that are weight and.
I thought about that.
The adjustable ones.
Yeah. No, that's not a bad point. I think shipping is outrageous for those. I just want to get them in store
because they're fucking weights. Shipping any weights.
Yeah, right. They're weights. Yeah, it's
ridiculous.
That's why you got to buy them in store for sure. But I can get a decent discount at Target.
I was just
gonna
go buy a fucking Walmart kettlebell because
I'm gonna do that. I think. I mean, it's a weight 89 pounds. Yeah, okay.
Just don't get a fucking
plus or minus 10 pounds.
Yeah. I'll just tell anybody this: do not get plastic weights that are filled with shit. Just
I don't know.
What do you cattle? What is this prison? You have fucking milk cartons.
Fucking
full of
Walmart's
sand?
got plastic kettlebells and plastic dumbbells that are like the cheapest cheap, and it's like. Damn, bro, I'm cheap. I ain't that cheap. Like, I'll do the next step up and get the cheap metal ones. Like,
I need a couple 2-pound or maybe like 3 or 4-pound weights for like shadow boxing with weights. Have you done that, Paul?
Yeah. Good stuff. So they have weighted brass knuckles. So when you're on the floor, so there's 1 pound, 2 pound, and 3 pound. When you're on the floor side, like I do my sit-ups with 2 3-pound brass knuckles at my chest. And then I'll do my 1s and 2s with the 3-pounders, the heaviest ones, and I just try to do it as fast as I can with 3 pounds.
Man's got brass knuckles on doing sit-ups, just like violent.
Those are illegal.
Like, goddamn. Yeah, I was gonna say like
they're weighted. They're weights. Yeah. Trust me here. Actually, I should buy a pair of those to just have for shadow boxing. Even some 1 pounders.
Those are illegal, man.
It's Minneapolis. There's no cops. What are they gonna do about it?
True,
yeah, you're good. Up here, you can say that.
Actually, the cops say it's okay because since there's less cops, you need something to defend yourself. So they made brass knuckles legal.
Yep.
Nice. I like that.
Just for boxers, though.
Yeah, is that why they made? Is that why they made looting and murder legal too?
Yeah, exactly. It's sick and burning down businesses. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
That's Target, especially.
At Target,
I didn't know that. That's kind of awesome, actually. Pretty funny.
No,
do I get any compensation if they burn down my Target? Like, how's that work?
Free Prime drinks.
They don't give you shit. Free Prime drinks. I already get that. I get free everything. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Do you guys do Russian twists?
Oh, I do. I do them all the time. I hate them.
I actually love those. But I was gonna ask, do you guys do those weighted or not?
Here's how I do it, Paul. I'll do a minute without them. I'll just interval, like this is every 10 minutes. I'll do my little ab workout, But when I'm doing it, I either do a minute, none, or 30 seconds with a weight. But I'm going ham either way. I can't do a minute with a weight because I get 20 pounds and it just kills you.
I do 30 They do it in 30-second intervals, usually, sometimes a minute. If I'm not feeling like weights, I'll just do both brass knuckles, or I just take like a 15-pounder. Do it with a 15-pounder.
Yeah, no, it's good stuff. Do you do planks?
Yeah, you'll see that if you do the burn class, one of the active recoveries is a fucking plank in between on the background.
It sounds way more intense than my workout.
It's a 60-second. It's a 60-second high plank.
But can you rotate between your arms too? You know what I'm talking about?
They'll let you do whatever you want, but okay. I just eat it. I'll either do the full high plank, or like if I'm so gassed, I'll just do a low plank because I can do low planks a lot longer.
What's your longest plank, guys? You got it? Anyone know theirs?
No.
60 seconds for sure.
I got mine. 11 minutes. And that's fucking proven. That's on God.
High plank or low plank?
Just swapping this type of plank and then swapping to my left arm and then my right arm. Zach had the champion plank, and that is 6 minutes long, where he plays this speech that's like, "You're the greatest. You're the best. You could do it." And it's 6 minutes long. I'm not joking. You ask him about it. And whoever's in that class, if you fail once, he'll restart it, and you can't stop, and you got to keep going. And we had to restart it at the 5-minute 30 mark because this kid mouthed off, and Zach was like, "All right, another 6 minutes." And he's like, "If you stop right now, we're doing 7." And so I just kept going. And then and he's like, "All right, I'll let you go at 11." And he lets go at 11. But it was fuck that, dude. And he still does a champion plank all the time. 6 minutes long. Brutal, dude. But I don't know if I could do it anymore. No. I could try. I'm gonna be.
Zach trains my buddy Shane, and he was saying Shane is one of the best double jabs he's seen.
No shit, that's hard, dude. I've been trying to perfect that too. It's hard because it's just like you gotta gauge distance.
Well, jabs are tough because of gauging distance, and also like it's supposed to be a heavy punch, but also like not.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you don't have a good jab, the jab's what's going to keep you alive in sparring if you get your ass kicked. If you don't have a good jab, like that's your foundation.
It's also getting it back to your face, like because you're not supposed to do this. You're supposed to like throw, like
you're supposed to go with it too and rotate
step forward as well and rotate your hip and all that. Yep. Yeah.
All that good jazz, yeah. But you should do some boxing, Travis. I think you'll like it a lot.
Yeah, I actually probably would.
Bro, if you're ever in the cities, let's go do a Rumble class. Like $20.
I'm down.
Yeah.
That's it. I'd be down.
It's like $20.
I did karate growing up.
Hell yeah, dude.
You got a little bit already.
Take my head off my shoulders with a high kick or what?
Dude, I could.
Bro,
it was so long ago.
Travis is gonna fucking be training with like Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. He's gonna be in the UFC.
Jesus
Christ. Be known for his kicks.
What if I was in the UFC?
Bro,
sick.
That would be sick. Go look at Joe Rogan's old videos of him doing kicks. He has some scary kicks, bro. That's what Joe Rogan was known for.
He's a kickboxer.
Can we do is it possible to do an only kick match?
An only
no punches,
kicking?
only kicks. Only kicks.
Is that a sport?
No, I'm just saying, can we just do that a special UFC match?
Well, like in soccer, you can't use your hands. They should just do MMA, but it's only legs.
Yeah.
You can get this. You can only kick and you can do submissions, but they have to be leg submissions.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like in theory that sounds fun, but
it doesn't work very
in practice.
Well.
I don't think
no. Yeah.
No. So it'd be a bunch of guys
no one would be like, "Hey, you guys want to go to a fight tonight? Yeah, it's be sick." Yeah, they just use their legs, like
You can't call it kickboxing. What the fuck do you call it?
What if they're paraplegics with the metal legs then? Wouldn't it be awesome then? They're getting their high kicks in, dude.
That's like,
horrible. Those things. It's like the robotic.
You're getting hit with a metal pole.
Yeah, I know. Wouldn't that be awesome though?
Someone's gonna get a fucking brain injury.
Whoever gets the first kick wins. There'll be a mech suits. It's okay. This is in the future. They'll have the mech suit. They'll be good. Don't worry about it. Okay, construction helmets on. They'll fine.
Jesus, man. Jesus.
You wouldn't watch it? Yeah, right, buddy. You just like in the cause of Liam. If they were, I'd watch it. I'd be like, all right, let me see what it's about. I'm not gonna seek it out, but if you send it to me, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like search it. No. But if it comes up on my screen somehow, I'd watch.
So, Want to talk cameras, Travis? I know you've been an enthusiast for a while.
Let's go, buddy.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what I plan on buying. And it's a pretty like entry-level beginner camera, but again, all I really plan on doing with it is shooting video. Maybe a picture here and there, but I don't care all that much about it. So if I were to go pictures, I was gonna just get the Sony Alpha 6400, whatever, like the classic Sony camera. But since I'm doing video, I'm gonna get the Sony ZV-E10, which is a mirrorless camera.
A good one.
The kit I'm gonna get it from B&H Photo that they have down here, and like the kit is gonna come with like 2 decent lenses, a bag which I don't really care about, some little like podcaster fucking thing to hold it, and then like an SD card, just some basic.
They have a location down there?
I think they do, but I just order it online.
Okay, cool.
They have like next day delivery or something, so they must. But that being said, like it comes with a nice Sennheiser top mount microphone and just like a few other things to just get started. But I plan on like kitting this thing the fuck out kind of like right off the bat. Like I'm gonna, with the lenses thing is like, I feel like I've watched so many videos on lenses that there's gonna be no way for me to find out what lenses I like or want until I fucking use them. So
100%.
These 2 that they're coming with, I asked my photography buddy about them. He said they're pretty decent. So I'm just going to start with those and just see where it goes. Eventually, I think I'm going to want to invest in a lens that's got better low light performance, like for darker shots so it doesn't get grainy. Because I do want to do some night shooting. Because my plan is to have this camera and bring it to Norway and kind of vlog my time there.
You should.
And put it on Gutterball's channel. And so with that being said, like my plan is to get DJI mic packs. So like the ones you can clip on people that you can put on the thing. I'm going to get a rig for it. With the rig. Now, the rig is where things get a little dicey for me because I don't really understand like cold shoes and hot shoes. And you know what those are on cameras? Where like a cold shoe. Yeah, so like a cold shoe is like just like a mount that basically you would attach something, I think, that isn't connected to the camera, where a hot shoe, which the Sony has one, can detect like certain lights and mics just by plugging it right on. It's compatible with things without having to like plug an extra cord into the camera kind of deal, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So my plan is to really ideally is I want a light on top of it, a mic on top of it, mics on people if I need to. And then I'm going to get the Crane M3 gimbal. And then also like maybe a small tripod.
Yeah, you're really going all out. That'd be perfect.
Yeah, and then I'm even gonna get a port key monitor, an extra screen that goes on top of it, so I can keep
Dude, this is like some cinema type shit right here.
I've looked at the build. It's gonna look like a big camera. It's gonna be like this fucking big by the end of it. It's like this big, and it's gonna be like this big with attachments. But I'll literally have even a matte box on the front. Like fuck it, I'll make it look like super professional. But that's gonna be over time, of course. But I'm gonna buy a lot of the main shit first. What I need to do is just get the fucking thing and start fucking with it with base stuff, because I need to like just figure out how they work, because I've never actually had like a nice camera. So
they're super customizable. You can adjust the shutter speed, adjust aperture, f-stop, ISO, basically all the stuff that you need. Yeah, it's really fun.
I was gonna ask you this. Maybe you don't know the answer. So, or maybe you do. SD cards. Do people frown upon putting micros in an adapter in a camera? You don't want to do that, right?
Don't do that.
You want to use full-size SD cards?
Yes.
Okay, good to know.
Dumb this down. Explain this. What does
well,
that
the main thing is with those small cards is you're not going to get nearly as good as the rate speed.
Yeah.
And if you're shooting 4K video, you're going to have a terrible time writing data to those cards.
Okay.
Because if you're using an adapter, it's got, and those little cards aren't going to be as fast. So you're going to want to have the best class 10 card that you can get.
Yeah.
That writes and reads
V30,
fast.
right? Or whatever.
I think that's what
IHS
it is.
or
wow.
It's you have to look for the little 10 on it in the circle, and that's the best
10
one.
And look it up. It's
So
worth it to put extra time into researching those.
Yeah. So Jackson, I'll break this down. Basically, like micro SD cards that get that tiny.
Yes.
You can get bigger, like the full-size SD cards are about that big or whatever. You can get an adapter that is a full-size SD card, and you can put a micro in it. So like it goes in as a regular SD card. Yeah, he has one right in front of him, I think.
Yeah, I also have one in here.
I do.
But this one is funny. You'll like this one. Is it still in here?
Looks just like this.
Yep.
Oh, I know where it is.
So I was told the SanDisk like golds that are really good at doing 4K, and
Yeah,
they're
that's
really
what I
cheap
do.
right now too. Like you can get like a 256 gig for like $50.
Yep.
My plan's to buy like 2 or 3 of those. Honestly, I'll probably want more, but
Yep, definitely.
but no, I'm looking forward to it because it's gotten me into a whole new thing of like building something out and like kind of figuring out what the is that the Lizzie
this.
McGuire movie?
Yeah, on SanDisk.
How?
I was like,
What is
I
that
don't
for?
know. I found it like years ago and I just kept it. This is like my box full of like random shit, and I kept it. Isn't this sick?
Dude,
Testy,
I'd
so
love
in
I'd
case
love to
anyone
pop
wants
that
to-
in my camera and watch it on the camera.
I
'Cause
know.
I
I'm
bet
just
you
saying,
could.
let's watch that.
They
Yeah,
put movies on those things?
I did not know that.
I guess so. Yeah, it's Hillary Duff. This is awesome, bro.
Yeah.
It's 2007. This is sick.
I've never seen that
Neither
before.
have I. Real with you, I guess.
Little
I fucking
blast.
did.
Yeah.
Gnarly. This box full of gnarly shit. We'll have to dig through that sometime.
But yeah, no, and then I plan on getting like rods on the bottom. I mean, I might even go as far as getting that extra battery pack you can put on the back, so you can literally just get through with like fucking 10 hours of shooting.
I'd say maybe buy extra batteries too.
Oh yeah, so this kit too comes with 1 extra battery. I plan on buying probably 2 more for the trip, because I just never want to be out of juice. And then also have a charger, because you can charge it through the camera, but I'm gonna have like an actual charger you can put the battery on and plug it in. So
when's that trip again?
September.
Oh yeah, cool.
Nice. You got time.
I have plenty of time. The real stone throw is the surgery, because like I wasn't expecting that expense. Because this camera, when it's all done, is going to be a pretty penny.
Yeah.
I'm going to have everything invested into it. But it's going to be cool. I'm sure there's a few things I'm forgetting about. I have like a whole sheet mapped out of like the things I want to get for it and like what I want it to be able to do. I don't even know if I need a gimbal. A lot of people are saying with the Sony ZV-E10, it has built-in like stabilization or some shit.
Yep.
And I still kind of want one though for the point of just being able to hold it comfortably with my equipment on it. You know, I don't know. Are there any recommendations you think I should look out for with it, or things you think I should invest in before I do other things? Or
I think just get the basics out of the way first. Maybe don't even worry about the gimbal. Maybe just try like a cheap like handheld tripod.
Because it comes
do
with
some
one.
tests
It comes with a
see.
Sony one, yeah.
Yeah, just give it a shot and see. I think that's when I buy new stuff. Sometimes I go overboard at first, and then a lot of stuff I don't need.
Yeah, I do.
Some stuff I do need, but maybe it's stuff you do need. So I'd say start with the basics.
Yeah.
And see if that gets you where you want to go.
Yeah.
And if you need the other stuff, then fuck it, just buy it.
So as far as gimbals, are those good for not only vlogging, but like, do people use gimbals mainly for just like hand shots?
Yeah.
Like, is that what it could stay stable? Okay. Because that's what I could think of, is I bet you I could get some really cool panning shots with one in Norway of like some scenery and shit. Which
Yeah,
really cool.
and in-camera stabilization has been getting a lot better over the years. I think the previous couple of years, those gimbals are really needed because those cameras had really shitty stabilization in their cameras, right? So it's like sometimes you really need that. But now they're pretty good. Like the new GoPro I had when I was making motorcycle videos, oh man, like it was like perfect, like
top notch.
It was great. Again, I know that it'd probably look just fine, to be honest.
I really wanted to have 2 cameras to bring to Norway, but I'm also just like, one's
You got your
enough.
phone,
Yeah.
you got your other camera. It'll be good.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
And that camera will
camera's
take
fine.
really good pictures too if you need.
Oh yeah, I know. It's like literally like I've seen the side by side to the Alpha 6400, which is a DSLR, and it literally like the DSLR is definitely better at photos, but barely. But the Sony really shines in its 4K video. Though.
It's a great camera.
Yeah, it just surprises me that like the price is decent, but also like the bodies on a lot of these cameras too, even the ones in the upper, like you get close to $2-3 grand, even more than that, have plastic bodies. And it's just like, that's why I want to get a cage right away. Not that I'd ever drop it, but I want to just make sure like a nice metal cage.
No, it's if you're spending that much money, of course you got to get something like that. You know, nice.
But yeah, no,
I'm excited though because I've been kind of passively writing sketches, so we can start doing some of those.
Dude, you can be in a sketch. We'd love that.
I got a lot of ideas.
I love sketching, dude.
One idea I keep
and you can help us
repeating in my head is the dude that buys a house, but then they build a golf course like right next to it, like a year after he gets it, and it's just him outside his house, like I can't even have windows. It's all cardboard. Look at my house. It looks like a welfare house. They break it every goddamn day. Falls flying all over the place.
Duct tape.
Yeah. You sons of bitches.
As he's complaining, a dude's like a ball like bounces in, a guy in like a plaid hat's like, oh sorry, and grabs it.
Sorry.
He's gonna kick his ass.
Yeah, you could be that guy. You could be the angry guy.
Maybe
All right, bet.
I can do it. I can do it anybody.
Jackson and I have a ton of sketch comedy ideas. We just haven't really sat down and written any out. I know he has. Yeah. He's really started writing a script.
It's not a little bit, but it's really like more of if we just sit down and talk for 15 minutes and record it or even write it down, we've got the script. It's loosely because you just kind of have fun with it, you know.
It's a lot of improv. I mean, I feel like a lot of sketch comedy.
A lot
like
of it
that
is
too.
improv.
It's just like on the spot.
Like,
and there isn't many
good
takes
chemistry.
either. Yeah, good chemistry.
I mean, yeah, it's just simple, stupid shit like that golf course one, or just a bootleg Nardwar, I think is what we had on our minds for a while.
Yeah, I had a couple of sketches I wanted to do too. I have some ideas.
Hell yeah, dude. I mean, we should get together because like once I have a camera, I know you have some stuff, and then like maybe we get a fourth person involved to like just run cameras if we're both in a sketch or something. It'd be cool. It'd be fun to like kind of get something going.
Yeah, let me know what you come to Duluth. I pretty much have it all mapped out. It would be like an easy shoot.
Okay.
All right, bet.
It's kind of like an inside. It's kind of like an inside joke to like the Muscle and Fitness YouTube channel.
Okay.
Like, I'll explain later, but I think it'll be super fun to make.
Yeah, because did we ever tell you about our Nardwar sketch idea?
That was funny.
We talked about doing a bootleg Nardwar. So you know who Nardwar is, right?
Yeah.
So the plan is like for me to be Nardwar, like a bootleg. I'll have the hat and like the do, but like maybe I'll say Bing Bong or something instead.
Some
and
stupid.
Jackson's gonna play like some underground rapper that I'm interviewing, but like Nardwar knows and has too much. Like you know how he knows some creepy.
Yeah, he knows everything.
Yeah. But what I'm gonna do is like it's gonna get increasingly worse as I'm interviewing him. It's gonna be like, you see these, and it's gonna be like his baby teeth in a bag or something.
Yeah.
He's like, how the fuck did you get those? Like shit like that.
I'm playing a parody on Bones's when he came on Nardwar, because Bones responded kind of like what? Like what, man? Like I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. He's just like, what are you talking about? But I have this fucking big ass puffy purple coat, and I'm gonna wear that in downtown Minneapolis on like a Saturday in like summer, and it's gonna be blaring. That's how we're gonna do it, I think, as we plan on the street.
That's such a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't know why anyone hasn't thought about that.
Because I think I could do a pretty good Nardwar. Like I can do it, dude. Like I can do it.
I wanted
oh my god, that was great.
Yeah.
I wanted to really go all out, and you know how Nardwar has that intro with the animation. I wanted to do a remix of that, but I just need to find someone who can come up with the part on a guitar or a bass where it's, you know how he goes, you know that, you know.
I want the guy that made your intro.
Yeah, that's Nate. Yeah, I bet you he could do it.
Yeah, and that, but I just want a parody of that, whatever his interpretation of a parody of that, and then we can put. What we should do is put your face like sketch like a fucking Dive Wimpy Kid character like he has.
Yeah,
I think we could do it. If we're gonna do, we might as well just go all out.
Yeah.
And
covered. You can buy his hat on Amazon. Like you can get Nardwar's hat. And
it's a newsboy hat.
The only thing I've been lacking is like he has such very interesting, colorful, checkered, kind of almost 70s, 80s styles clothing when he does his interview. And I've been going to Goodwill every once in a while to see if I can find something like that. It's really hard to find something close to his style. Like you can't just search up Nardwar suit, like it doesn't or shirts or whatever, like it just doesn't really so I just gotta kind of find something that just a thrift store or something at some point. But if you guys are ever out and about and see something like that, send me a picture. If you buy it, I'll pay you, because we need something like that for the sketch. But
I heard that. Cool.
No, there's a lot of good sketch ideas. I'm really looking forward to the camera, really open up stuff for our channel. Hopefully this summer is going to be a busy one. I think it's gonna be a busy summer. Do you have any plans this summer? Oh, I'll come up to Duluth. Oh yeah. Well, wait, what do you got going on? So, where do you play, or like is it like a minor league, or like what are you doing?
No, it's just like a beer rec league.
Oh hell
I play at the Heritage. It's super fun. It's just a good way to get cardio in and score some goals.
God, I can't skate for shit. I never really learned.
It's tough. If you didn't learn like growing up, like I get it. It's hard.
Yeah.
I still fall all the time, and I've been playing for like 10 years.
Yeah, it's that sounds fun. I think I saw a photo of you or something dressed up in like blue or something.
That's my profile picture on Discord.
What's your team called?
Oh, sick.
There's no like team. It's through like a website called like Hockey Finder, and you basically just go and they give you like a green or white.
Oh, cool.
And you just play, and they got refs and goalies, so it's like a game. It's pretty chill. It's pretty fun.
Did any of the kids that went to our high school end up playing like in some higher league?
Pro?
Yeah.
Nobody played pro.
Because like, what's below pro? Is it just like a minor league? Like,
so every NHL team has a has a semi-pro affiliate. So the Minnesota Wild is Minnesota Wilderness.
Oh
So
yeah.
they're like semi-pro, I think, maybe kind of pro, maybe not pro really.
Yeah.
They're all right. They're like D1 basically, like which is like the college league. It's like it's like UMD. So they're good.
Yeah. You know what's crazy though is like I hear, I mean, with most sports anyways, a guy, even the best guy on like a D1 would just get creamed by a pro in most things, especially in hockey. Like
Those
they're just
pros
so
are
good.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Too
I
skilled.
used to want to
no,
be
so
pro
skilled.
growing up, but
You wanted to be pro?
yeah, I did, but then I just realized that they play like 86 games a season. And it's like I just not cut out for that, man.
So you got to be your life, man. I mean, it's just like
fine.
these MMA fighters, like UFC fighters, bro.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
all
dude.
they. Do you know how hard those motherfuckers train?
I
Yeah.
can't do that.
Jesus, like
You have
Make
to
the big
really
bucks,
love
though.
it. You
You
have
have
to
to
really
really
love
love
it.
it.
Well,
And I
it's-
never really loved it that much.
Yeah. You have to have that fight-in mentality,
Yeah.
especially if you do that UFC.
you also have to have
Or even,
the
like,
white belt
even in,
mentality too. Act like
Even
you
in
never know
regular
anything.
sports, yeah, you need the winning mentality. A lot of people don't have that. No, I don't really give a fuck. I didn't
Right.
care enough about the like shit like that to want to do it, but
Like it's
boxing,
fun to play, but
yeah, it is. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
What fights are you looking forward to that have been scheduled? Travis, what's a big one that's standing out to you that you're really looking forward to? Maybe UFC.
Shagashan, baby.
Yeah,
Shagashan.
you think he can beat Sterling for the title? I don't know, man, dude. Sterling, a lot of people doubted him at first, winning the title via legal knee. You know,
Yeah.
dude got disqualified, and then
That's right. Didn't that happen? That was like 2 or 3 years ago, right?
2 years ago, and then
Yeah. I saw that one.
heals up from that. The dude comes back. He dominates Peter.
Yeah.
Keeps the title. And then I don't know if he fought anybody between that. I think he went right to Henry Cejudo after that.
And then when I saw that Ferguson got a fight, I immediately thought of you.
I know,
I was like,
bro.
oh my God. I immediately
He's-
thought about you wearing that Tony Ferguson shirt.
I think he's bad.
Bobby Green,
I think
right?
Dude, I can't believe he's fighting. I love those guys both. How could they do that to me, bro? Bobby
do you
Green,
guys-
bro.
Yeah, we talked about this at Caleb's house, how much you like Bobby Green.
Yeah, dude, I love Bobby Green. I like Bobby Green because he's a vet, and also like he's always stuck to his style. He never changes. Like he'll get caught by Drew Dober and get knocked out like he did, and he'll go into his next fight and fight the same. It's that cool, hands down, super good head movement, really quick hands up from the bottom. Like he knocked out Ali Quinta. He knocked out who else? I'm forgetting their name, but he's like he's stylistic, and that's why I liked Ferguson. Why he was my favorite fighter when I got into like watching UFC was because in his prime he was doing some wacky shit like freestyle elbow stuff, like, and he would just get these nasty submission finishes or knockouts. But man, talk about going from a 12 fight like winning streak to just the
losing,
dude, getting just.
Who do you got in this fight then? Who do you think? Bobby? I have to go with Bobby just seeing Ferguson's last fights, but Ferguson to me is also one of those people. This isn't at all UFC, but when you look at them, you're like, yeah, that guy fucks people up. You know what I mean? Like not everyone in UFC is like that, but he's just got that vibe to him.
Who, Bobby?
No, fucking Ferguson.
Yeah.
Tony. He just looks crazy.
Dude, Tony looks, I mean, as Ricky says, Tony looks like a fucking goblin. Ricky doesn't like Tony. He doesn't like Tony.
He does look like a goblin.
I do think it's funny that like when he gets hurt, he like Dark Souls rolls out of the way to evade shots.
So
like it's like what the fuck?
It works.
Yeah, it works because the guy can't hit him. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. That's why I liked him was his freestyle antics. But with this fight, my heart says Tony's going to win, come back, change his ways and win it. But my mind says Bobby's going to win via second round TKO. Or Tony's going to catch him.
It'll be a good fight.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Fight. I mean, did you see Bobby's last fight versus Jared Flash Gordon, the guy that beat Patty?
I did not.
Bobby was piecing Jared Gordon up, and then they clashed heads. And it was no contest.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Because Jared Gordon got knocked out from the head clash. Bobby finished it. Yeah, like he got knocked out and Bobby finished him though before like the refs saw the replay and they called it a no contest. He was pissed, but like understandably, like it's what happened. I think it's what happens when they say, is it when an Orthodox fights a Southpaw, or is it maybe when two Orthodoxes fight? I don't know. They were both leaning in on their shots and they just fucking collided heads.
I think it's when the two opposites fight is what I thought.
Because like you could tell it wasn't intentional. Like Bobby Bobby went to go throw a cross, and then it's like Jared came in and just like they knocked each other's heads together, and it happens.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
You said you picked the second round TKO. What makes you pick that specific like round and type of submission?
Just due to how or how finish you mean? Just due to Tony's recent
losses and record.
Yeah,
We just kind of go off that.
Well,
Lose
okay.
in the second round.
The best we have seen Tony in the last few years, which he hasn't been great, is that first round against Michael Chandler before he got that brutal front kick knockout from Michael Chandler and got full. That guy's fighting McGregor, so that's gonna be interesting. But before he got brutally folded, knocked out for the first time ever in his career. Did you watch that fight, Travis? Tony in that first round looked like old Tony. Yeah, I saw you that day. He looked like old Tony in that first round. He was piecing Chandler up. He was doing his weird shit. He was doing good. And then he just got caught. I mean, but how many fights can you go without getting caught, bro? He didn't see the kick coming and it caught him. And like
nobody saw that shit coming.
And then here's the deal. He was looking really shit before that. Like when he was against Oliveira and Dariush, he was just getting sat on and dominated and ground, right? On the ground. And remember, Dariush had him in like a fucking heel hook and Oliveira had him in an arm bar and he didn't tap. Do you remember that shit? He just didn't tap. He just let it fucking happen. You could see the pain. He just didn't tap.
Jesus.
He let it go to the end of the round. And then I was like, what the fuck is this guy made out of? And then, you know, he had that. He does that first round against Chandler, looks really good, gets knocked out. And then that Nate Diaz fight where he went up to welterweight, he looked fucking horrible at that weight. He was slow. He wasn't fluid. And basically Nate Diaz outworked him. But he also, like, that fight was not serious, man. You know how, like, Tony did not take that fight seriously. Remember how when
was
Nate...
it a last minute change too?
It was a last minute change, but do you remember how Nate was like leaning up against the fence and shit? Remember that? And he wasn't like, he was like giving, Tony was giving Nate breaks because Tony was chopping Nate's legs the whole time using leg kicks. That was the one good thing Tony did that fight. Really had Nate hurt. Literally to the point where Nate was leaning up against the cage and Tony would just stand there and like look at like a fake watch. Like he was just giving him a break. It's like
I saw that he was memeing
yeah,
a lot.
If Tony would have just went in, he probably could have finished Nate, even though he looked horrible. Like I think he was just giving Nate breaks, you know. And then Nate caught him in a guillotine when Tony tried to take him down.
Yeah,
and
he can be cocky like that.
yeah, and he Tony tapped. Well, yeah, I don't know.
Is it possible? Like you got to imagine these guys have money. They're like, man, let's just go out there and put on.
Because that was Nate's retirement fight.
Winning, right?
That was Nate's retirement fight.
Maybe he's like, bro, can you just let me win this one? He's like, yeah, I got you, dog. You know, I don't give a fuck. You know, wouldn't you like?
What's 5 losses on top of 4? You know?
Yeah, like you just be pure the humanity and be like, whatever, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. You know, I think if I was UFC fighter, I'd probably care more. But at the end of the day, if I had that much money, I don't know if I'd really give two fucks.
Yeah. My mind also says Tony needs this win a lot more badly than Bobby does.
It's very true.
He really does.
Weren't you saying Dana was going to cut him?
No,
he keeps losing?
I don't think he will.
Okay.
Well, they usually do when they lose that many, but here's why Tony's in a special position. He was on a 12-fight win streak with like over 8 of them being by finish. So like, yeah, maybe he goes on a 4 or 5 loss, 6 loss skid. They ain't gonna cut him. Plus, he has a lot of fans. Like, he's got a really big like culture around him. Base. He's been in the UFC for a long time. He came, you know, like yeah. They won't cut him. I don't think if he loses this one, but he should really consider retiring if he does lose to Bobby.
Yep.
Am I wrong? But who got cut recently? Was that Cyril Gahn? Who's surprising? No, it wasn't him. Who am I thinking of? Remember, because you said they lost like 7 fights, and I'm like, why aren't they going to get rid of Tony at that point? What am I thinking of?
Who was it?
I don't know, but I remember you mentioned it one time. Do you know what I'm vaguely talking about?
Yeah,
anyway,
I know you're
that
talking
person.
About.
I thought he would get cut, but I guess, yeah, if they got a fan base.
Well, Smiling Sam Alvey finally got cut after like 8 or 9 losses in a row. He's just he's just old. He wasn't good anymore. But they just kept keeping him around because Smiling Sam, you know, he had the fans, you know, people would fucking pay to watch him fight, even though he would get his ass kicked.
Yep. Smiling Sam, how can you hate him? The guy's smiling.
Yeah, he's always smiling. But no, other than that, we'll wrap up with UFC here, probably call it a show, but I want to talk about UFC 291. So 293 or 2, I think it's 292 is the one you're talking about with Sterling versus Aljamain, or not Sterling, Sterling versus O'Malley. Who do you think's going to win? Who do you got in that fight?
Chigashan.
Okay. I think
he's good.
Seeing how he fought Peter Yan too. Seeing how he barely won that, by the way. It's kind of controversial, but seeing how he stuffed most takedowns / got up right away. If Sterling can't keep O'Malley down, Sterling's getting pieced up on the feet, bro. Like, probably knocked out.
He's gonna be an issue.
He's gonna be a problem.
He's gonna be a problem, dude. It's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, it's gonna be a problem for Sterling.
I cannot wait for that. I was so happy to see that finally. I knew it was coming eventually this year. He talks about it on the Snapchat.
Yeah, because O'Malley's been on ice for a while. He's just been I'm waiting for the title shot. I know I'm next, and yep, it's happening.
He's finally there. He deserves at least the shot.
He does. And then that other one I'm looking forward to is 291 is stacked. That's the one with Tony versus Bobby Green on it. But the headliner is Gaethje versus Poirier too.
Yep, that's right.
Holy shit.
Hell yeah.
Do you know who won the first
Gaethje.
one off the top of your head? Who won? Was it?
I don't remember.
I'm going to look that up really quick. Just who won Poirier?
And this is when? 2 Saturdays from now?
Oh, no.
No.
This
Long
one's in
time?
like July. This big one. But Dustin won via knockout in round 4 at the beginning on Gaethje. So here's the deal. I think Gaethje is the better striker, 100%. I think Gaethje is the better striker when it comes down to it. I think Dustin though has better fight IQ, meaning Dustin knows when there's an opportunity to finish a fight, even if that's a choke and it's not the way he wants to get a knockout or whatever. Because I think Poirier is a really good striker. He's really improved at it.
He's good.
He is good. But, I mean, he fucking got Michael Chandler in that choke, and he choked out Michael Chandler. And they were scrapped. He just jumped on the opportunity, got his back, and did it. So it's considering...
It should be a 3-way fight between Gaethje, Poirier, and Chandler.
It's like the trifecta, because they've all, beat
they're
each
the
other.
same people.
Yeah, I know, I swear.
Can we have tag team UFC fights?
That'd be so
Mortal
sick.
Kombat?
They throw in a
tagging this guy,
chair.
Let's go.
They throw a chair in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be
include
awesome,
McGregor.
dude.
Include McGregor. Then
Include McGregor.
2-on-2.
All at lightweight. Yeah, that'd be sick.
Dude.
At 135.
But yeah, with that being said though, Gaethje has never been known for being able to survive grapplers or really good submission artists. And if and Poirier's a black belt, I think Gaethje might be too, but Gaethje's just better at the ground when it comes to it, in my opinion. So I think I think Poirier is going to take that one, to be honest with you. I think he's going to take it again.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah. But other than that, the other fight on that card is Paulo Costa versus Ikram Aliskerov. Do you know who that guy is? That Ikram guy?
I don't know.
This is literally his fucking I think second or third fight in the UFC. And he's just a big fucking Russian guy. They're giving them all higher up shots because they all come from that same Dagestan kind of camp and shit. That same kind of combat sambo wrestling. They all got the chin strap.
Did you watch that Nelk video where they went and trained with Khabib over in Dagestan?
What was it like?
It was wild, dude. Those guys literally live for this shit.
Yeah.
They just run up and down hills all day.
They have nothing else to do.
All day. Then they train.
Yeah, that's
and then they run, and then they train, and then they run, and then they train, and then they don't do anything else.
Yeah.
There's no jokes. There's no partying. It's like the ultimate UFC camp.
Yeah.
24/7.
It's insane. Those
they
guys
sleep together in the same places.
They're a different breed, man. And then do you know who Kevin Holland is, right?
Yeah.
He's fighting Michael Chiesa on that card.
Yep. I don't know who that guy is.
He's one of the commentators sometimes. He's he's a commentator for the UFC sometimes. I think he doesn't do the commentator. He does when they're outside of the ring. He does that where they stand at the table kind of deal. He's usually there.
Yep.
He's been on kind of a losing streak. He's kind of lost it a little bit. I think Kevin Holland will win that, but it also depends. Dude's a good grappler. Dude. And then there's fucking Stephen Wonderboy Thompson versus Michelle Pereira. Fucking Derek Lewis fight. There's a fucking. This is stacked. This card is so stacked.
Derek Lewis. I forgot about that.
He needs a win, man. He is not doing well.
Two.
Yeah, I think the last two. I think he knocked
after that
somebody
big
up
win that he went viral in.
Yeah.
And then
I'll never forget. I was watching with my buddy Nick when he starched Curtis Blades and made him fall over like this.
Yeah.
Is
that where he had that? Is that where he had that intro or the outro where he's like, "My balls was hot."
I think it was that one, but basically Curtis Blades comes in for a takedown, And Derek, man, he timed that uppercut. He was waiting for it. As soon as he goes in for the takedown, bink, and this is Curtis Blades. Like, falls over like that. But here's the deal. Ref doesn't catch it in time. Lewis hits the ground and fucking hammers his head like 2-3 times.
Jesus.
Fucking just dude's already like dead. But no, I'm really looking. I just think Dana White or the UFC in general has really planned out a lot of good cards for the summer. Like, it's like, fuck, I want to get outside more this summer. I'm gonna be watching fights, bro. On Saturday.
You say inside now.
And it's like, not only the pay-per-views, the fucking fight nights have been really good. I think it was last week or the week before. Every single prelim ended in a finish.
Did you watch those?
Yeah, I watch them every Saturday. I think I've missed maybe one event that I ended up watching the next day in the last 2.5 years. I'm always
Damn, yeah, I know. When you go into some, you go into it hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Sick,
It's entertaining. I think it's
to do it.
I think a lot of people
Playing with hockey.
The problem with it is a lot of people still see fighting as like this, like, oh, like that's barbaric and like, why would you want to watch that? Or I don't like. I get it. Like, a lot of people I work with are not into that shit at all. Like Nate, the guy who made my intro, I asked him to watch fights. He's like, nah, man, like I don't like that shit. And it's just like, I get it.
People aren't comfortable with it.
Yeah, they're not.
It's the only sport I will watch. Honestly.
Yeah, dude. Like, that's same. Like, I don't watch ball sports anymore.
It's just
or puck
cool,
sports.
dude. I don't know. I just like people fighting.
I don't know. I've always liked the concept of hockey, respected it. I just never enjoyed watching it. If a game's on though, if that's the thing on, I'll watch it. It's not like I'm not
UFC is expensive as well, so that's another gatekeep.
That's the other
thing
for it too. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be watching this one tomorrow. I'll be watching it in Discord, and I will.
What time is that?
Starts at 3. Main card at 6.
I'll be on.
Not tomorrow, Saturday. What the fuck? I keep thinking.
Oh right, yeah. I mean, Saturday. Oh, I'll also hop in Saturday.
Hell yeah. But Travis, I mean, we're at about an hour and 40 here. I bet you're tired, and we were all kind of fucking tired. You want to call it a show here?
Yeah, let's call it. I appreciate you guys having me on.
I'm sorry if we talked a little too much. We're really bad at that sometimes. I really enjoyed having you. You're fun to converse with.
I just love hanging out with you guys. It's super fun.
Yeah, man, it's a good time. Anything else you want to say to the people before we wrap it up?
You know, nothing crazy. Just I think it's something to say.
It's all good. We'll go around here quick. Jack, anything you want to say?
Yeah, you go first.
Nah, I ain't got shit to say. No, I'm good. I guess if y'all have noticed, the shorts have been kind of like here and there, like every other day, but now they're coming every single day except for Saturdays and sometimes Thursdays. But for right now, I have about 5 ready to go, so don't worry about that. Shorts are going to be coming every day except for Saturdays. So that's all I got to say.
Hell yeah!
All right, I guess I'm gonna say Travis. Now. If you're not already, and you should be, subscribe.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
What is happening here?
Yeah,
I'm not talking about just YouTube. We need TikTok. Oh, that's a follow. Whatever, same
follow,
thing.
Like,
Instagram,
everything, comment.
Twitter.
Instagram goes off lately.
Instagram. I forgot about Instagram. Facebook. Oh my god, look at all these places that you're not subscribed to.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking loser.
Go do it. Gutterball.
Unbelievable.
Link trees in the description.
You embarrass me.
I have one thing to say before we wrap up Gutterball 48 here, which is like some listeners out there have been caught lacking, okay? Our last 2 full podcasts haven't been doing so well on views. So you guys, everything Travis said you definitely should do, but you should start watching them. Give them a listen. Even if it's on Apple Podcasts, go listen to the audio only while you're at work. You can't do the video version. I can't do Spotify yet.
Okay.
There's some weird thing. Yeah, someday it'll be on Spotify. But yes, everybody out there, thank you for listening though. If you are, continue to watch, every Saturday they're going to keep coming out. Stay tuned for number 50. We got something special planned for you guys. And like, subscribe, comment. And that was Gutterball 48. Whoa!